You'll find out later. Okay.
I thought he wasn't even gonna deign respond.
Sheep, right?
All right, exactly, sheep. Okay, let's get started. So everyone, welcome. Thank you very much for joining. This is the first session of Storm King's Thunder. As you guys see before you, this is the landing page. It's a bit of information on this page, and you'll see this whenever the campaign is not in session, and maybe if you're transitioning between maps, it'll show you the current party level. I've decided to use milestone leveling for this campaign, which I don't usually do, but I want to try and sort of steer more towards the story than thinking everything as an XP bag. So I'll try. I'll give that a go. I don't usually do milestone, but you'll progress in levels at about the same rate as you would from experience anyway. It may just change your character's sort of motivations a little bit. Maybe the way you go about things might slightly change because of that. So let me just change this party composition. Below that, so you have your current location. We're going to be starting today's session, the start of the campaign, actually in a dungeon, in the Shrine of Annam nearby Nightstone. There are two other players. Neither of them are going to be here today, but they'll be joining you guys next week. Below that, you have so this is the party composition. The people on the left are people that are currently in your party, and if they're sort of got this space between them to the right, it means that they're in your party but they're not currently with you. That'll include NPCs as well. Below that, you have a marching order. Here's a small grid here with 4 different ranks. The top is the first rank and the bottom is the last rank. Whoever is at the front rank will be leading the party basically, and you guys can organize yourselves on that grid however you see fit. That's how you'll come into battle if you're traveling overland. That's how you'll be organized when you come across something in an encounter. And then or this is orientated, so like the front is to the top here. You can be on Thomas if you really like him that much, Mills.
I can ride him.
And also, if everyone could please do me a favor and just change your display name, but just you, Gray. Change your display name to have your character's name and then what you like to be called in brackets. And then there's another area here for runic stones, but you don't need to worry about that for now. All right, so that's a quick summary of the landing page, and we'll just talk about the campaign setting a little bit. So here is a map. Presume that one of your characters have a map of Faerun, a basic one. It doesn't matter who has it, it's just for reference, so it makes sense that you guys can see like this map. Sorry, Gray, do you mind just going on push to talk, please? I'm getting a lot of background noise coming from your mic.
Not a problem.
Thanks. So this is a map of Faerun. This is the north. This is largely where the campaign will take place. This actually extends further than the north to the south. The north, sort of, depending on who you speak to, it either starts at Waterdeep or Baldur's Gate. Anything below that is not considered the north. It's a very rugged, rigid, and fairly cold terrain. Luckily for you guys, this campaign is going to be taking place in summer, and the date isn't too important, but I have noted the date here. It's going to be the first day of Flame Rule. The year is 1487 DR, the year of the Rune Lord's Triumphant. This is a Forgotten Realms campaign setting, so all Forgotten Realms canon lore will be applied, and any lore from Forgotten Realms, you should expect it to be canon in this campaign setting. A week is known as a 10-day, as most of you probably already know. And we've got a few things in the party folder here. You guys are all familiar with my DMing and whatnot, and played in my games before, so it makes it pretty easy. You don't have to explain much. You guys should have a party treasurer, someone that will take control of this party loot and edit things in it. It's presumed that the strongest person in the party is carrying all of this loot, and then if you guys have a bag of holding, obviously, then the other loot will be in bag of holding. There's also a handout for notes, so you guys can make notes to share with the party. and like about information or lore that you've learned. And a quest log, this will only be edited by me. That's just to keep you guys on track of current quests that you have, which there are a lot in this campaign, like side quests and whatnot. And there's some more handouts, spell templates, all that usual stuff. There is all your character sheets in the character sheets folder, and including a folder for NPCs and mounts. For some reason your character sheet got doubled there, Gray. So
Yeah, I saw that. That's all good.
I'll have to duplicate it and then delete one of them, but I'm not going to touch it for now, just in case it like deletes it properly. I'll
Can you murder a halfling like that?
I'll mess around with that when we're not playing. Yeah, that's the basics. This campaign, it'll see you going all over Faerun, traveling from all different reaches. You see a lot of locations and towns on this map. They're all detailed, every single one of them. And the map is to scale as well. You guys, if you're traveling on foot, you'll go about 24 miles in a day at an average pace. We're going to be starting today's session near Nightstone. Nightstone is a small hunting village near the Ardeep forest. Does anyone have any questions about like anything else in particular? Queries? Okay, good. Also, as you guys know, this campaign features heavily with giants, so they are going to be a bit of a theme in this campaign. All the many giants here. I don't think, as far as I know, I don't think anyone's characters are particularly sort of experienced with giants or know much knowledge about them or speak giant. So that'll be something
I can speak giant.
Okay, all right. So
It's part of my race.
that's good.
The
Then
furball.
you have someone that can communicate with giants.
I took giant as well.
I was gonna say if you
Should I not? Not to?
I mean, if it makes sense for your character's backstory, then yeah. Otherwise, it would just be like super meta, just because the campaign features giants. But if you want to have giant as a back language,
I totally chose it because of meta reasons. I saw the picture and I was like, that's the reason why I picked it.
Yeah.
I haven't really figured out the backstory yet, so
If it's just for meta reasons, then I'm gonna say no. Not a big fan of metagaming, as you guys know. So you have one person that can speak giant anyway, which makes sense because they're a furbolg. So yeah, we're gonna start off. As I said, sort of Mills and Than. I don't really know much about your characters. Maybe I'll just sort of see if you guys have something to say about them in terms of who they are or why they would be near Nightstone. But for the others, I gave you guys a small hook, just a brief couple of sentences. So Thomas, you've been living in Nightstone for the last few weeks, and you've been just doing some tasks around town for Lady Velrosa. Lady Velrosa Nandar. Lady Velrosa Nandar. She is the Lady of Nightstone. I'll tell you a bit more about Nightstone as well. Norin, you come from the Ardeep forest. There is a enclave of wood elves that live there. So you're quite friendly with them, and you just sort of wandered off, and yeah. The whole plot hook was you saw a couple of adventurers headed into this nearby cave, so I'm guessing that is Than and Mills. Yeah, so they're just headed into the cave for I don't know what reason, whatever you guys want. So
I'm a thief. It's all the reason I need.
okay. All right, you yeah, it's a little bit, it's not really going to make too much sense. I didn't have time to incorporate your characters at all into the story, so kind of the starting is not going to make too much sense. But you've come to a cave for a reason, and I'll just start because I don't know. I do like to sort of incorporate people's stories into like the story and try and make it sense. But I mean, I don't have anything to work with, so no context. You're in a cave. Like that's the best I can do when I don't have any notice whatsoever. So
Hiding from.
all right. So Norin, you sort of followed Than and Mills into this cave, and Thomas, you're already in there. So you've headed into this cave. It's a cave. It's right near Nightstone, and you're all here for your various reasons. Norin, you've followed in. So there was just a small cave that was uncovered in Nightstone recently. There was an earthquake, and it shifted a promontory, and a bit of rock opened up the earth. There's a small winding cavern. You followed it down for a few hundred feet, and it ends in this large cavern with a well in it. The well looks like it had sunken under the ground like a very, very long time ago. And Thomas, you sort of crawled down first, and you've just sort of started investigating, looking around. I'll say that you're with Than and Mills. They're also doing this mission from the Lady of Nightstone. And then Norin, you sort of just fell down this well after them. Just sort of, yeah, you tried to climb down, you fell, and here you guys are. So, the area, I'll just describe this area for you guys. It's a dungeon. So this is like a vault looking area. The ceiling is 60 feet above your heads, and there is another balcony. A balcony running along, which is sort of like the first floor here, above the first floor, 30 feet overhead. Everything is quite brightly lit in this area. There is a small dais, a pedestal in the middle of the room with 5 dragon heads jutting out of it. In each head of the dragon is an orb that glows brightly. And as you guys have come in, you saw a couple of kobolds, these little draconic creatures, sort of standing here near the pedestal. And when you guys sort of fall down and enter, they start attacking you guys. Without any, you guys are already like fighting the kobold when we start the session. You're like already in the midst of fighting them.
Alright, cool.
Alright, so 2 of these little draconian creatures, they're just armed with some slings and some small weapons. They've got like a club, a dagger. They wear a loincloth, and they were sort of standing near this shrine. You can see in the center of the pedestal this like sword jutting out of it. It's like a sword in the stone style thing. But there are 2 kobolds that were sort of inspecting it, and when you guys stumble in here, they turn around and they jump on you guys and start trying to attack you. Meanwhile, one of them is up on this pedestal 30 feet overhead, and he has wings. He's got these little draconian wings, and he starts to lift up a rock flying over towards you guys to drop it on you. So we're gonna you guys are already fighting basically when we start the campaign. Alright, the kobold, as you've approached him, Thomas, he just screeches, "Ah! Get out! Not for you!" And he jumps at you, and he tries to stab you with his dagger. 16 is a hit.
I'll react with.
Alright, he comes at you, you hold up your hand, and the dagger bounces off your shield. Ah! He screeches a little bit, and you see this force field of energy waft around you. The kobold ends his turn there. Mills.
I'll move over here and stab this one over here.
14 hits. Alright, you pull out your rapier and lunge at the kobold. You impale him straight through the chest. Ah! And he chokes and gurgles on blood as his body sinks onto the dais.
I can't move and use my offhand as well, can I? It's not like part of the same move. Same action.
Yeah, you can move, but to do 2-weapon fighting, you need 2 light weapons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but then that'll be me.
So it'd have to be like 2 short swords or a short sword and a dagger or something. Rapiers ain't light.
Yeah, that's cool. That's my turn. Sorry, the little button.
Alright, Snaggle is dead. Bleeding out all over the dais.
He had a name.
Oh no, we named him.
You guys didn't even get to know him. Alright, then.
Shit. Alright. I guess I'll just Sacred Flame the guy in the back here.
Okay. He does have a very large rock in his hand, like a little boulder. He's getting ready to like fly over and drop it at someone. As he's flying through the air, Sacred Flame appears above him, a little radiant flame glistening from the roof. The kobold tries to strafe out of the way, and he actually does, dodging it completely.
So I'm gonna try to move. Does he look like he's gonna throw it or drop it?
He's going to drop it.
All right. I'll run towards the one with holding the rock.
Okay.
And
It's not any difficult terrain to climb over the dais or anything like that.
oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize there was. I don't have the end of turn thing anymore. Is that done?
Oh, I need to make a token action for it, but you can just use the one in the chat box for now. I'll make one for that. All right, Thomas.
All right, I'll be a disadvantage. So I'm gonna try to stab him. No, you know what? I'm gonna disengage.
Okay.
Get my 8 hit.
Norin.
I'm gonna run up and engage this one. Let's see, and I'll swing with my longsword.
11 is a miss. The kobold steps back as you swipe straight past him.
Alright, and that will... And level 1. That's my turn.
Shit.
Chronic is going to jump on you, Norin, and grab you. Make an athletics or an acrobatics check. He screeches, ah! Just jumps from the pedestal and sort of hits you and just bounces straight off you, landing on the ground. It's his turn.
Wow. We both rolled 3s.
He just like bounces, you don't even move, he just bounces straight off you. It's the pedestal. Mills.
I'll rinse and repeat. I'll move over here and stab this one.
12.
And miss him.
It just misses. Barely. The kobold's able to dodge out of the way.
And that's all I can do.
I don't think this one's in turn order, Seb.
Oh yeah, I'll roll him in now. Alright, he's gonna go now. He's gonna go before Dan's turn. Alright, he flies overhead. Ah! From 30 feet above you. He drops his rock on you, Than. And it misses. It falls onto the ground. He flaps these rust-colored little bat wings that he's got jutting out of his back. And he flies back over here. He goes to pick up another boulder that he's got a few nestled in the corner. Alright. Dan.
I will Sacred Flame on the range guy again
Alright, you throw another Sacred Flame up to him.
for
You can sort of
maximum damage.
just
Come on, son.
just see him. He tries to dodge out of the way. Luckily, Sacred Flame ignores any form of cover. Falls down directly on top of him, and he screams. "Ah!" You see a flare of yellow light. The kobold just melts down. His wings melt away, and he's just he sort of just completely disappears from view. You just see one last little flare from the Sacred Flame.
Excellent.
Screams cease.
Oh, I would have ran to the other one. Sorry.
Okay, Thomas.
Step over here and tell this kobold to freeze.
Alright, 13 hits him. A little beam
Kills
of
him.
frigid blue
Oh,
energy.
maximum damage.
It hits him straight through the chest. And he falls onto the ground. Dead.
Damn. The hell was that thing?
Fuck yeah.
Alright,
Well,
as
that
you
was
guys
something.
as you guys look around, the dead kobolds, most of you don't know each other. So let's introduce ourselves to the party, to everyone else. Start off with Thomas. You can just say like whatever you'd say, and when you just meet someone, describe your character as well.
All right. Thomas is a young human male wearing strange clothes. He wears trousers he calls jeans, small, lightweight under tunic he calls a tee. Another tunic with buttons he calls a flannel tied around his waist, and a fine. He also wears dark lensed glasses outside. Hi, I'm Thomas.
All right, and Norin.
Hello, friends. My name is Norin. Good to meet you. And Norin, you can't tell that he's a furbolg. We'll say like he kind of takes off his helmet, and he has kind of a bluish tint to his skin, very wide nose, long tufted ears. He's also very large. He's about 7.5 foot tall. And he's just covered in this. It's like chainmail with like plates of wood, kind of interspersed in it as well. He also carries a large shield and a sword.
Alrighty. On.
Greetings, travelers. I'm Than. So Than looks like an elf with dark hair. He is an elf with dark hair, gray eyes, wearing chainmail, carries a maul and a shield, and he enjoys killing things. And
Okay.
he's happy. He's very happy to meet you guys and to see you here to help destroy these creatures and kill them.
Okay.
That's that.
I'd say Than being a what's your background?
He is an outlander,
Outlander. Okay, I'll say that
kind of like an exile.
you're a cleric. What sort of deity do you reckon you worship? Which deity?
So I'm trying to. I think Anubis would be my deity.
Anubis.
Yeah, he's like a jackal.
Let me take a look here. Anubis? Is that a Forgotten Realms deity?
Do I have to choose?
Egyptian.
Yeah, it's Forgotten
Okay.
Realms campaign setting, so it has to be a from the Forgotten Realms pantheon.
Like, how
Um,
about like Bane or something?
I've got a good idea of an area around here. So for now, yeah, have a you can look at like pick this later. But I'll pretty much just say, yeah, you just felt some sort of like evil presence or disturbance nearby, and your fellow acolytes have told you to go and investigate it, something like that. So that's why you've come into this this cavern, sort of traveling alone. You've just come across these other adventurers and decided to follow them in. And then we have Mills.
Mills is just a short little halfling. There's not a lot about him. He's got dark clothes, kind of thief-looking, curious as anything. That's about it.
Alright, what's your background?
He's a criminal. He's a burglar.
Alright.
Can't help but grab shit.
So maybe he's like, skips between different cities, tries not to stick around in one for too long so he doesn't get caught. Bit of a traveler from different cities, and you saw these adventurers heading into this cave, and you thought, well, a cave like that and a place like this, there's treasure to be had. So I had to follow them all in. Alright, so now that you guys have introduced yourself to one another, maybe Thomas would like to sort of say why he's here.
Yeah, I'm not from but the kind of staying in town, and this old lady asked me to find a sword. It's supposed to be around here somewhere.
You actually do see a sword in the middle of this dais sticking out of it. It's got a black handle and a black blade, like a sword in the stone.
Well, maybe that's it right there.
I'll try to pull it out.
All right, as you go to grab it, Norrin, you find that it's quite well embedded into this pedestal. Make an athletics check. Alright,
What a way to start.
Yeah, you try to lift it out, Norrin, but it just feels so very, very stuck, and then all of a sudden it just sort of flies out of your hands. At the same time, you hear something scuffle, and looking over to the balcony to the east, there are 2 more kobolds. The sword leaps from your hands, Norrin, and this little eyeball opens up on the pommel of the sword, the base, and it sort of whips around to you, blade pointed towards Thomas, pommel pointed towards Norrin, and it speaks.
Oh,
And
that's not a good thing to say.
That's not very
Norrin,
nice.
make an insight check.
Man, I'm rolling my...
It's looking right at you and telling you to die. And we're back in initiative.
So do I have a hold of it right now?
No,
or is
it's
it not in my hands?
It's leapt out of your hands. And
Alright.
this is what the sword looks like.
Pretty sweet.
It leaps from your hands and flies straight over your head, straight towards one of the kobolds, and it tries to stab into the kobold. Die! The kobold dodges out of the way. Zagoroth ends his turn there.
Whoa. Alright then.
Mills.
Well, I'm gonna get the hell out of there. I'm just gonna hold my action for when it moves over. I'm gonna shoot it with my bow. There's not much else I can really do from here.
What are you shooting, sorry?
The sword when it comes near us.
Okay. Dan.
So, these kobolds, are they opposing the sword? Sorry, I missed that part.
The sword
Or-
just, like, basically the kobolds came out from hiding, and at the same time the sword just leapt from Norrin's hand, and then the sword has whizzed over to attack one of the kobolds.
Okay. Then clearly the sword wants to kill with us, so I'm gonna run up next to the sword.
It's
and
30
I will-
feet, the balcony, 30 feet up.
Oh, sorry. So there's no way
Ramp
getting
over
up there?
here?
You'd have
Is
to
there a
climb
ramp
up.
over here?
No, that's the wall.
Okay, I'll do, I'll sacred flame the one over here.
Okay.
And I'll move down to about there, and then end my turn.
All right, you
Try to end my turn.
toss a sacred flame. It starts to burn the kobold. He yaps and screeches as he takes 4 radiant damage. They look absolutely shocked that this sword is trying to kill them as well. Norin.
All right. I'm gonna chunk a hand axe at the kobold that is already hurt.
All right. He's got 3/4 cover. You can barely see him.
14.
It hits the wall. Bounces to the ground at the base of the balcony.
Man, I hadn't rolled over a 10 yet, I don't think. Okay. I'll go pick it up and then I'll start climbing.
All right. Make an athletics check.
There we go.
All right. You grab the wall and you realize that it's covered in this like clear grease. It makes it very, very difficult to climb, Norin. There are some handholds and footholds, cracks in the wall, and even with this difficulty, you're able to climb up. How much movement did you have left?
20 feet, so I'll get 10 feet up.
Yeah, you get 10 feet up the wall. You're 1/3 of the way up the balcony now.
Okay.
All right, Mariquette, a little kobold. He looks absolutely terrified. And he yells to you guys in common, "Help us! Help us! Help us!" And he just takes a dagger out and tries to swipe at Sagaroth with pack tactics. As the other kobold tries to like wield the sword, Sagaroth very, very quickly strafes out of the way with alarming speed. 13 misses. Thomas.
All right. This way and yell at this guy.
Burn!
It misses. And hits the wall of the balcony. Disperses. Alright, Fezlet, the little kobold, he tries to grab onto the sword. And it's just like he grabs onto the handle and it starts like lifting him up very, very easily. And the kobold lets go, drops on the ground before he gets too high up. Ends his turn there. Die! Says Sagaroth as he lunges at the kobold that just tried to grab him. And stabs him for 6 piercing damage. Impales him. The kobold is writhing on the blade, barely alive. Mills.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep holding my action. Not much I can do.
You can try to take a shot at one of the kobolds.
Nah, at the moment they keep being busy.
Okay. Fair enough. Than.
All right, Than smiles. He's very excited. He's gonna cast Toll the Dead, his favorite spell.
Okay. Alright, I'm presuming you're
On the
doing it
one
on the
he hit
closest
before.
one. Alright,
The one that he hit before, I think it was down here.
okay. For some reason you're told that saying it's a strength save, but it should be a wisdom.
That's probably my bad, because it didn't come with the automatically. I had to set up myself, so guaranteed
Okay.
I fucked up somewhere.
It's easy fix, just change it to wisdom. Alright, the kobold, he screeches, "Ah!" and his eyes start to sort of sink into his head. His flesh turns black, and you see his teeth fall out. His skin goes saggy, and he just sort of melts.
I try to hide my smile, but it's hard.
And he just literally decomposes in front of you.
And I'll end my turn.
Norin,
Do I need to make another athletics check to climb the rest of the way?
No, you can use the same one. It'll cost you 40 feet to get up there.
Yeah, I'll have to dash to get up to the top and over the railing, but so 40 feet to get to the top, and then so I'm not in too much of the way here. I move to there. Just have my shield up and ready.
Alright, there's one little kobold left pleading with his life. Help me, help me! Holding his hands up and cowering. Thomas.
Okay. Well, I figured freeze worked better than my burn, so I'll say freeze.
It hits, and you impale the little kobold. And the sword just hovers down slowly. It's standing vertically, hovers an inch above the ground, and it speaks to you, Norin. These creatures are dead.
Yes, I believe that is correct. Kind of kick one of them.
Very good. I like things to die. Sentient
Bold
sword
statement.
just moves around, turning side to side.
Do we all hear the sword say that?
Yeah, it speaks.
I'm intrigued. Where does the sword come from?
It's a 30-foot climb up there, Than.
Oh, can I climb up there?
Make an athletics check.
Oh boy.
Hey, look at that.
You grab onto whatever handholds and footholds are there, and you hoist yourself up with ease.
Thomas try to climb up too.
Go for it. You get a little way up there, Thomas, and you just slip down, and you only make it a foot up or something before you slip and land back on the ground.
Say, damn, you guys help a brother out with a rope.
I think I have a rope here somewhere. Hold on, and I think I do actually have a rope.
Who is your brother?
I'll lower a rope down and kind of brace myself so Thomas can climb up.
Okay.
I try to climb using the rope.
Yeah, easily get up with a rope.
Awesome.
No ability check required.
Thanks, man.
Nora can just hoist you up.
No problem. But this sword, you say you like things to die, alright? Well, you got what you like.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yes. Death.
Very
Seems kinda
insistent on
creepy.
that one thing.
I think
Maybe
this
we
is
can
the sword
find
the
more.
boss lady was looking for.
So we're supposed to take this thing out of here.
To the lady that's in charge of the tent.
Would anyone else like to die?
Not really, no.
Damn, if only I made an emo.
You want to go? You want to go for a trip? Go on a trip.
This place sickens me. Nothing left here that must die.
Let's go kill everything here.
Yeah, we might find some other stuff to kill.
You who wielded me. You
sure you don't want to die?
I am pretty positive, yes.
Very well then. I will follow you until you find me something that wants to die.
Alright, sounds good. look over to Thomas. This is all very strange. I don't know much about magic, so
Yeah, me neither. I'm figuring it.
well,
But, that thing gives me the creep.
It's not the
Like it.
friendliest thing.
Should we go to the north or to the south?
Other ways out.
There's no other exits, only the way you came. Looking around on this balcony in which you stand, the floor is cracked, and there is a very ancient, musty smell to the room. You see statues of dragons, each one looking a little bit different. There are 5 of them radiating around this balcony. Each one's head looks a little bit unique.
Hey, Tip, I'm gonna pull out my dagger and say, put that on my dagger.
Alrighty. And you guys feel that it's probably about nighttime now as well. It was like just going on sundown when you guys went to the cave area. Your dagger starts to glow quite brightly, illuminating the stonework that looks quite refined. But the statue itself is still crumbling, and it looks like it's very old indeed.
Should we check out these statues or these dragon carvings? Kind of
Are
look
dragons
for any,
real?
look for any compartments or anything in the area.
Yes, they are real. You do not know dragons, friend.
No. No.
You're a very strange person.
Alright, you're examining that statue, Than?
Yeah.
Alright, make me a history check.
History check.
Alright, you take a look at the statue, and this is a chromatic dragon indeed. You can tell by the distinct features, the horns in its head, the sort of frill running down its spine and its crest. This is a blue dragon. And make a perception check to look for compartments. So you're trying to look for like a compartment in the statue, like at the pedestal or something?
In the alcove, basically, just in the area of the.
You don't
kind of.
You don't see anything of note.
All right. And do I notice that the other dragon statues are all different?
Yes, they're all different.
A different color?
This depicts a white dragon.
Okay. And how about do they correspond with the dragon heads down below at all?
Each dragon head looks the same. Closer to the one they're pointing to. This one being a white one, this one being a blue one. And you notice the orbs in the mouths of the dragons. They each have a slightly different colored tint to them as they glow brightly.
Right. And is there globes in the mouths of the ones up here?
Nope, no lights. They're just statues, stone statues.
But there's globes down on the bottom.
Yep.
They're emanating some sort of light, right?
Yeah.
I'm stealing a globe.
Right.
I'm a thief.
Interesting.
Make a athletics check, Mills, to try and pry one out. As you try to pry it out, you notice your dagger sort of goes straight through the orb. It seems to literally just be a ball of light, nothing tangible about it.
I can't fucking steal light. And be all upset and be like, man, nothing to wrong.
The pedestal itself is 5 feet high on the top step and seems to be covered with blood stains. This pool of light is sort of a bluish color. This one here is sort of brightish color, brightish blue color. One is a bit darker, like a red hue. This one is a bit greenish. This one is sort of blackish greenish light. And Sagaroth just sort of hovers behind you, Norin.
Things must die.
Well, can we wait till we get out of the cave, huh?
Does the dais, or sorry, does this platform down here, does it look like it could rotate or move?
No.
Can I toss a body onto the dais?
You pick up one of these kobolds and lift him up and just sort of shove him onto the dais, and nothing happens.
I guess it's not a sacrificial stone or anything like that.
It looks like it could very well and most likely is a sacrificial altar.
Can you tell from where the blood is?
Usually there'll be
stained?
some sort of like a ritual accompanied, like with some sort of sacrifice, and like attempts at some sort of dark magic.
Can you tell from the patterns of blood, like what they do with the blood? Do they pour it in a certain spot?
No, but
Do you?
make a perception check, Thomas. Keep in mind you've already sort of got what you came here for.
I'm gonna climb down my rope.
I'll climb down Norin's rope as well.
As you got it tied to the balcony.
Oh, I don't know. I was just following Norin.
Yeah, I would have tied it off.
Okay.
To go down.
Keep in mind you the last one down either will have to climb down themselves or you have to cut the rope.
Sword. Can you cut the rope very close to where I tied it off? I don't want to lose too much of it.
Does the rope want to die?
Yes, very much so.
Yes.
And then he cuts it off and you lose a few feet of it, but you get most of the rope.
Well played, Norin. Well played.
Thomas, as you check out the altar, you notice tiny little bone fragments scattered around on top of it. They look like small mammal bones. Looks like maybe the kobolds were sacrificing rats or something.
Disgusting.
Could I possibly check the heads down here for any sort of the source of the light, or if there's any compartments or anything kind of secret hidden?
It's just a ball of light is the source of the light in each one's mouth. And you can make a perception check to look for secret doors, I guess. You don't see anything.
Are we done here, or do you want to investigate more? I could cast a spell that will detect magic, but it will take me a while.
Well, I would say that we probably got what we came for, huh, Thomas? And I kind of point to the sword.
Did you say that?
What I came for? I don't know what you guys want to.
Did you say the reason I was down here because I had sensed evil?
Yeah.
Of some kind?
I think it's probably the sword. Or like,
Alright.
you hadn't sensed it, but like the acolytes had like foretold it, like with some augury or something like that.
Right. So this sword, it's gonna follow us out then? And
It seems like it will.
If you have something that you want me to kill, Yes, this place makes me sick.
All right. Well, we're done here.
How can the
Let's block
sword
out
be stick? That seems a little strange.
That is a metaphor.
Ah. Alright, so you were just figuratively sick. That makes more sense. Okay.
Alright, the sword just follows you, Norin. And the well is 20 feet up. So you guys fell down to the bottom of this well. And then up above the well, there's a very natural looking passageway, a few feet high. It's a crawl space basically. And then it just leads straight out into like the edge of the Ardeep forest. Only a short stroll to Nightstone. So someone needs to try and climb up. Or a rope down.
I can try. Or
Oh,
Norn, you go
I'll
for
if Don wants to try.
no. Yeah, you go for it.
Alright, Lauren, give me an athletics check. It looks pretty easy to climb. And you easily get to the top, and you lower a rope down for the others. Sagaroth flies, so he just hovers up himself. And you guys leave this vault. As you guys exit, you are just standing around now on the precipice of the Ardeep forest. It's dark outside. The village of Nightstone is only a stone throw away. Thomas has got what he came for. How do the other characters feel? It's quite dangerous territory around here. Do well to find some shelter for the night.
So Nightstone is too far at the moment.
No, it's very close. It's only a stone throw away.
Okay.
But to actually travel there, it'll take how long?
20 minutes.
Oh, so Thomas, you're taking the sword back to Nightstone?
Well, the boss lady wants it, but I don't know. She didn't say anything about it being a floating, talking, killing.
This boss lady, who is she?
She's the lady in charge of Nightstone. Lady, I'll think of it. Lady. Yeah, that's it.
Does she
Yeah,
intend
Lady
to destroy?
Velrosa.
Does she intend to destroy the sword?
Don't know. Said no. She wanted it for her collection. She has like a collection of old shit.
Well, she may find it hard to keep this in her collection, but suppose we can take it to her.
She promised you a reward, Thomas. You can go there and find it.
Hey. She promised a reward. I'll be happy to share it with you guys.
Well, I will follow.
Alright,
It seems
let's
to
see
be
what the lady
following
has
me,
to say.
So.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm curious.
Alright, I'll tell you guys a little bit about Nightstone. As you're walking there, it's about a 20-minute walk. It's very, very dark, and Thomas, you're probably leading the way with your lit dagger. So do you share like your knowledge with the party?
Yeah. Such as it is.
Alright, go Thomas, tell everyone. No, I'm joking.
There's a guy
you're
named
the
Phil
expert
that
on
lives there.
Nightstone, Thomas, tell everyone. Alright, okay.
There's a lady that lives here and a guy who lives here. And some other things.
Wasn't much of a scholar, Thomas. Alright. So, Nightstone got its name from a massive chunk of obsidian that it stands in the center of the village square. It's a large shard of black rock, a megalith, and it has strange glyphs carved into it. It's supposedly magical, and the true magical nature of it has not been ascertained. But all of the people of Nightstone, the villagers, they assume that it's a relic of some bygone age, some kingdom, and sort of just left it alone. Then the actual town itself It's actually a motte and bailey fortification built on the Ardite River. So it's a little fortification in its own right. It is a hunting village as well. So it's a few miles south of the Ardite Forest. The area around here are untamed hills. It's in between Waterdeep and Daggerford. They're the two major towns nearby. And as you guys are approaching, and Thomas is telling you this story, you get onto the Trade Way, the very popular thoroughfare between major settlements in the north. You just see a lonely wooden signpost, a trail leading up to Nightstone as it meets the high road. So it's a pretty peaceful village. The residents of Nightstone have this long-standing and seemingly irreconcilable conflict, however, with the northern neighbours, the elves of Ardite Forest, and Lady Velrosa has been searching for mediators to help resolve the dispute. Norrin, you yourself being from Ardite Forest, when you hear this, that the lady wants to try and resolve the dispute between the elves and the people of Nightstone, how do you react to that?
Well, if she wants to have a peaceful resolution, I think that would be the best. But if she's looking for a mediator, she might do well to look for the furbolgs.
Alright, so you think you could be a mediator? You want to help? Lady Velrosa herself is actually a Waterdavian noble. She built this popular retreat for wealthy nobles who wish to hunt in the Ardite Forest. Started off with just a small hunting lodge and soon expanded into a small village in itself. The orcs that live in the Ardite Forest as well, and they're quite dangerous. They're often conducting raids, so this fortification was built to keep them out. Because of the hunting though, the wood elves find that it's actually ruining the ecosystem of Ardite Forest, so that is why there is a conflict between the two people, the two races. But it's still a popular stopover for people traveling on the Trade Way. It's actually renowned for its food and cozy guest rooms. It's a small village, there's only a couple hundred people, if that. And you guys head up. As you guys start to travel just a couple of 100 feet away from the entrance, you start to hear a bell. There is a bell tolling. And when you look over, you don't see like any sort of glow coming from the town. I mean, you can't see over the wooden palisade, but strange. You've never heard the church bells to ring at nighttime. Thomas, you lead the way. The road leads north towards the village.
So that's weird. I've never heard the bells this loud. Seems
I
kind
wonder what could be the occasion.
Alright, as you guys move up, I'll just grab your tokens for a second. And I'm going to show you a side view of the village. You won't see it very clearly, given the fact that it's nighttime, but you guys should be able to see this. In 2 seconds, I'll just turn on the lights for a brief moment so you can see this entire area. It'll give you a good idea of what the village looks like from where you're standing as you look over to Nightstone. So it's a moat and bailey. We've got the actual village here, a wooden palisade with stone tower keeps lining it, and a bridge that leads up to the castle. But it's just very obscured, given the fact that it's like pitch black.
The bridge has got like a Can't climb it, right? Or can't go over it.
Well, that's the thing. You can, but when you look at the bridge, you see through the silhouette of the moonlight, it's been severed. It lies over here, a few hundred feet away.
I asked why the bridge is severed. To Thomas.
It wanted to die, probably.
Makes as good a reason as any I can. Could you center us again? I lost.
No problem. So you can hear the
Well,
ringing of the bell, and the sound grows louder as Nightstone comes into view. There is a river that flows around the settlement that forms a moat, and the village itself is contained within the wooden palisade.
Feel uneasy. But I want that rule.
Norrin sticks fairly close to Thomas since he doesn't have dark vision, so he likes the light. And rather than having to get down, follow Thomas.
The bells grow louder and louder.
I feel like that is not the celebration bell.
No.
Maybe we
Are
should
they-
hurry.
Okay.
Book it. Double time. Come, sword. Death awaits. Death awaits.
As you approach the entrance to Nightstone, you notice the drawbridge is lowered when you arrive. This is not
Would that
usual
be-
at
Okay.
nighttime. It's 20 feet long and 10 feet wide, and it's made of sturdy oak planks. There are iron chains bolted to the drawbridge that connect the winch mechanisms to the nearby watchtowers. Thomas, you'll usually wave your light around, and the guards inside the towers will hoist the bridge and lower it for people to exit at night or enter at nighttime.
This is weird, guys. Usually this is closed after. I'm gonna
Do you
run
think
across
that-
it real quick.
Huh. I'll stay right behind Thomas.
Maybe they have been raided and they did not have time to lower it, to raise it up.
Could be. Do we hear any sounds of
Fighting.
death?
You just hear these extremely loud bells. They just keep ringing and ringing. They're coming from the church. As you enter, you notice there are massive rocks embedded into the ground here. Holes are punched through rooftops. There is no light whatsoever, not a single torch illuminating the town. You see bits of shattered wreckage, piles of debris.
In case you hadn't guessed, that's not normal. It's not usually big rocks and holes. And
Well, I
Doesn't
figured.
seem normal.
well, the only
Is there anyone
thing
at the
we hear is
church?
coming from this.
Yeah, the bell
Yeah,
just
let's
will
get to the
not
church.
stop ringing. Alright, as you guys approach, you hear a growl, a low growl.
I
And
draw my sword.
you start to see two wolves come into view. They are abnormally large wolves.
Ah,
Got black fur. They've got these reins, muzzles around their mouths that don't sort of stop them from opening their mouths or barking, but could be latched together. And both of these creatures look very, very hostile. One of them has a dead dog in its mouth, blood dripping from its maw down its chin. They really start to growl loudly, and Sagaroth sort of just flies in front of you guys.
pardon me? Do you want to die?
Yes,
And-
I do. Yes, I do.
The warg
I believe they do.
looks down at you guys, and it speaks in this bestial version of common.
Dead are you now?
And they leap through the air, dropping the dead dog on the ground as they dart towards you guys.
Eat
Cannot
sword.
see them.
Dogs.
Just over here.
Okay.
I'll move them up just a little bit more, so you should be able to see them just on the edge of
Okay, I
the
can
light source.
barely see them now. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll reach around the point my finger at the bottom one and say,
21 hits. And
Excellent.
the beam of cold hits the warg on the legs and starts to freeze up its ankles, lowering its movement speed as it takes 1 cold damage.
That's all I needed, Thomas. That's all I needed.
I'll stand back here.
Norin,
Good one, Thomas. Rush up. I'm right by it, right?
you like bump into it, and you
Okay.
just see this like little red glow through the darkness and the smiling fangs of the warg.
Ah, there you are.
And let me actually fix something up. Should be able to see a bit further than what you can, just because I forgot to rescale the page for 5-foot squares. It's set to 10-foot squares, because your light should go a bit further than what it is going, Thomas. It's a bit better.
Okay, that's much better.
Okay. Yeah, you should be able to see another 20 feet than what you were. Alright, Norin, you swing and a 20 hits, slicing through the warg's hide for 8 slashing damage. Blood pools at its feet, drips from the open wound.
Place my like a tower shield, kind of like put it on the ground beside me, and kind of brace behind it, ready for the counterattack.
Dan,
I rush ahead to here, and I toll the dead on that guy. Smiling.
alright, let's see if your bell rings louder than the one that's just constantly clamoring from this bell tower to the north of you. The warg roars and almost sort of barks and squeals like a dog. So it takes 7 necrotic damage. Alright, this warg, as you sort of hold up your holy symbol to cast that spell, Than, the warg jumps on you, tries to bite you and knock you to the ground. And it hits. It bites into your leg. And then it just like whips its head back, hoisting its body backwards, and tries to like just lower you to the ground, tripping you up. Make a strength saving throw.
Ooh, that's not going to be good.
Alright, you managed to maintain your footing, but you're bleeding very, very badly from a vicious bite wound. And the warg ends its turn there. Mills.
I think he said he was going AFK. AFK, I shoot the puppy.
Okay. Than, you took 9 damage as well.
How come the sword is not an initiative? Oh, there he is. He rolled shit.
Did you see that 9 damage, Than?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot how to take it. I forgot how to play this game, so...
Alright, Mills is going to attack the one that just bit you, Than. And that's
Crit.
why he wants me to do the rolls for him, because I always just crit. Well played, Mills, well played. All right,
Oh,
he
man.
like
Good damage.
hits the warg like right in his side underneath his leg near his heart. A vital shot for 20 points of damage. It yelps very, very loudly and starts
20 points of
limping.
damage.
Good shot.
First level? That's fucking sick.
And then he's like, I think it hard a potato. And then ends his turn there.
Potatoes.
This warg, it starts to sort of break the ice around its joints of its legs. And it frees itself enough to jump at you, Norin, try to knock you to the ground. And
That hits.
it just bites you.
What the frick?
Bites
Oh,
you straight
that's-
on the neck.
That's unlucky.
It falls on you, you fall to the ground, and it just starts like chewing your neck. Some
Super unlucky.
Norin jerky.
Sword.
Sagaroth just hovers over.
You told me you didn't want to die. Why are you dying?
I can't answer.
And then like the pommel looks up towards the warg.
You want to die?
And it lunges at the warg. But
Well,
misses.
hopefully he gets like 6 attacks per round. That's right.
Not quite. He swings past the warg. The warg strafes to the side. Sagaroth ends his turn there.
Dude, if that had crit, I would have died.
Well, luckily it wasn't. That was a lot of damage too. It's almost max.
Come on, Thomas.
Right. Alright, I'm going to cast this so that it covers both the wards and see if it works on one or not. Nice ace.
Alright, you cast sleep, and both wargs fall unconscious. They just lay out flat on the ground, their heads sink to the side.
Alright, guys, I think you can kill them one at a time.
Alright, Norin, make a death saving throw.
I
Great
hate.
start.
This is so stupid.
And
So how does it? If there's these unconscious creatures, would they automatically fail a saving throw for
they'll
Toll the Dead?
automatically fail strength and dex saving throws, not wisdom or anything else.
Not wisdom or anything else?
If you hit, it's a crit automatically.
Yep, if you do an attack, it's an automatic critical, and you have advantage on the attack.
I will bash this thing's skull with my mace.
Okay.
Where is it? Can't find it. Oh, here it is.
It's on the ground to the east.
16 hits,
All right. Look at that.
and you get an extra d6. It's a crit. It should be 2d6. Alright, you whack it for 3 bludgeoning damage, and it sort of wakes the warg up. It does not
Shit.
kill it. You just sort of bash it over the head, hit it on the snout, and it starts to stir.
Uh-oh. Bonus action. Spare the dying.
Okay, use your grave domain feature to cause a bit of undeath into Norin,
And
stabilizing him.
I will be first level and do nothing else.
Oh, be first level.
And oh, there's the end of turn. Yay.
Alright, this warg scampers up to its feet and tries to bite you, Than. And you hold up your shield and just repel it back as its snout and its teeth viciously try to bite at you, and saliva sprays over the edges of your shield. Mills. You back yet, Mills?
Yep, I'm back. I'm just gonna move over here and stab this one.
Yeah, you crit the
Oh, I've
other
got my
warg, by
bow
the
out, don't
way. You crit the other warg for like 20 points of damage while you were gone, by the way.
It was ridiculous.
I should really leave more often. Yeah, if I got my bow out, I'll just shoot the same one that I crit against, I guess.
Okay, it's this guy here. And you got one that is asleep over here. "19 is a hit. And you put an arrow straight through the warg's neck, and it hits the ground dead.
I really feel like the SPCA is going to get me for that.
If it makes you feel any better, it's some sort of monster, not really an animal. This warg keeps on grunting and growling. Do you want to die? And
Hey, that's a
Sagarov
crit.
just starts like sawing the warg's head off back and forth until the warg's head is completely severed. Die.
Now the question is, can we heal them and get puppies?
Huh.
Do you have any way to heal our friend?
I will cast Cure Light Wounds on Norin.
Norin.
Yeah, sorry. You gain 11 hit points.
Bitchin', almost full. Oh, that did not feel very good. Stand up, pick up my sword.
You need to fix your spell slot up there as well, Than. It's saying that you're out.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
There's a slots total and slots remaining section of your spells
Okay.
there.
So now I have one remaining.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you prepare spells, I think all these ones you have will be prepared. You click the little circle and it goes red. Means that you got it prepared. As a cleric, you can you've got access to the entire cleric spell list and some from your domain, so you can actually change
Right.
your spells every day.
Okay. So I right, I've picked all these already.
Yeah, those will be the ones that you've got from your domain and ones that you've got prepared.
Okay, gotcha.
Thon, friend, you're not looking too well yourself.
Yes. I'm very close to death. I should probably cast a spell on myself, I guess. Shit. I screwed up. I was meant to get how do I get healer kits?
You have to
That
buy
comes
them.
later. And how do they work?
They automatically stabilize someone.
But remember
He had a feat.
Yeah, you need the healer's feat for that.
oh, you need a feat for it. Okay.
Yeah, if you want to heal people with it.
Never mind then. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
And I'll gain 6.
Alright, this bell is ringing super, super loud.
Maybe we should go check on this bell ringer. See if we can get him to, I don't know, stop that.
Yeah.
know where
there
the
might be
entrance
something
is?
wrong.
Yeah, there is an entrance right here. This is actually the temple of Lathander. Are you guys
Open the door.
head on in? Sagaroth follows. Are you going with them, Mills?
Yeah, well,
It's a wooden temple dedicated to Lathander and Maliki, the god of forests, has a slender steeple, and you can hear this large bell ringing. There are stained glass windows on the walls depicting images of birth, the dawning sun, trees, and unicorns. And the door is wide open. This bell is ringing incessantly. And I'll just move you guys to the temple. Okay, so we've got a mini map here for you guys to open the door for you. Oh, the door is open. Alright, as you guys step inside, you're in the temple area. There is a 4 large stained glass windows set into the north and south walls. Between the windows are these plain wooden pews. The room is mostly empty. Standing against the back wall, there's a wooden pulpit, stairs leading up to it. The floor is dirt. Hard-packed dirt.
Slowly move forward towards the back of the room.
There's another door at the back of the room that's open, and it leads into the steeple. Inside there's a plain wooden bed, and a mattress has been torn open, the straw pulled out all over the floor. There are these wooden chests, priestly vestments scattered across the ground, and there is 2 goblins inside. One of them is gleefully swinging on a knotted rope that hangs from the bell in the steeple. Another one is dressed up in the priest robes of Lathander, giving his best performance. And as soon as you step in, Norin, the goblin drops from the rope. And the other one stops his performance. They brandish their scimitars. They snarl at you, and both of them move in to attack. Oh wait, what happened to your token there? Okay. Alrighty, they both in melee with you there, Norin. You're up.
I'll go for this one first, and I'll swing with my longsword.
An 8 is a miss. The goblin quickly dives underneath your swing, and goes to like sort of grab at your legs or tackle you a little bit.
My rolls tonight have been garbage.
You see one of the goblins, the one in the priest robe, the one to the right, he's got this like large sack in his hand. He looks like he was like stuffing things in it. He's just dropped it as well. And the Beto, the goblin from the bell tower, he falls to his feet, grabs his scimitar, and he jumps at you. Have him on whisper. A 12? 12 is a miss.
I beat him back with my shield.
Alright, and when that happens, he sort of disengages his bonus action, rolling out of the way and backs into this corner, holding his scimitar in front of him, swinging it around. Sagaroth swoops over to investigate. He moves in 30 feet, flying through the air, and he tilts up, pommel facing towards the goblins. And then he turns to you, Norin.
Should I make these ones die?
Yes, please.
And
that would be great.
On a whim, the instant you say that, he just flies straight at one of the goblins like a bullet. And the goblin jumps to the side. The blade catches the goblin for 3 damage, slicing a wound into him. Sagaroth ends his turn there. Mills.
I'll stab the one closest to.
Are you seeing the battle map?
There's a lot of black shit around me.
Yep. They are wolves.
Yeah, I think I can move that far, and I can't do anything else. I'll just take the dodge action.
Okay. Thomas.
All right. Oh, there's one. The one in front of she'll come here for a better shot at this guy. And say, let's try this one again. Burn!
20 hits.
Nice.
Woohoo!
He sort of throws up these priestly robes of Lathander to sort of block some of the firebolt, and he's just left with some scorch marks on his arms for 2 fire damage. Vark looks up at you as he throws the robes off. Now we mad! And he runs at you, Thomas. swinging his scimitar.
Oh shit.
10 is a miss. When he misses, he does a bit of a roll. He uses nimble escape to disengage as a bonus action. He runs out into the main hall, the temple, and he gets startled by the presence of Than and Mills. Ah! And he backs up into this corner near the stained glass window. Ends his turn there. Than.
Does he look like he's been scorched by Thomas?
Slightly. He's got a couple of little burn marks on his arm.
The smirk is on my face, and I cast Toll the Dead for maximum damage, my friend.
Alright, you do a toll on Vark. And he screams, no, no, no! And then blood just starts to trickle out of his ears and he sinks straight to the ground dead.
The smirk turns to a smile. And then I will walk up over here in front of Thomas. And that's it.
Norin.
I'm gonna step down 5 feet so this guy has nowhere to go, except maybe the window, possibly. And I'm gonna take a swipe with my sword.
13.
Missing again.
It hits him.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Alright, you slash straight through him, and you put the longsword into his chest and put your foot on his body and rip the blade out. Blood sprays into the air. Some of it flicks on Sagaroth, and he says, "Died."
Yes, he did. That's very true.
Finally, the incessant bell has stopped ringing. Two goblins lie dead on the ground.
What was the bell source?
One of these goblins was jumping up and down on the rope like it was a game of some sort.
He's a damn monkey.
He was having fun with the rope,
What do you
basically.
got against monkeys, Thomas?
What is a monkey?
One flew crap at me once, and I don't like him.
Where are you from, Thomas?
You say all these weird things. You don't know what the dragons are.
Your attire. Your speech.
Faraway land of California.
It's either futuristic or...
Is
I think of the
that somewhere
past.
in Kalimshar?
I searched the body of this goblin.
Alrighty, you search Beto, and he has this very shoddy looking scimitar, a short bow that looks like it is just made from like a bit of wood and some vines, and his armor is just some animal hides. Very, very primitive and savage, and nothing of value. Does have a sack next to him. Inside his sack, there is 3 blocks of incense and a silver holy symbol of Maliki, shaped like a unicorn's head, and some other worthless personal effects that look like they were stolen from the church.
Definitely take the incense and the Maliki.
Okay.
It looks like something he stole from someone, doesn't it? The holy symbol?
Yeah, it must be stolen from this church. This looks like the priest's room, priest's bedroom, and it's been ransacked.
Who's the party loot bitch?
Good question. Who wants to do that? Any volunteers?
Highest strength score wins.
I can handle it.
Alright.
Yay.
For volunteering, Norin, you get DM's inspiration. And
Core
you
got
get
shit for being it, by the way. So.
You got to use your help action occasionally.
Nothing. That's true. That's true.
You got at least once before the campaign finished, so there is that. Alright.
Search the other body.
I'll post those items. With like items like this, presume that you know the value of them, or you'll get the value of them at some stage. The incense are worth 5 GP each, and the holy symbol is worth 25 GP.
We can retire.
Alright, the other goblin also has a sack. And inside it, there are 3 vials of holy water. There's just a little bit left in them. And a unlocked wooden pour box containing 37 copper pieces and 15 silver pieces. They're all of watered avian mintage.
Can I keep the holy water?
There's like nothing in it. It looks like Vark drunk it all.
Oh, they're empty.
Yeah.
So why tease us? Why tease us up?
Just a little bit left in each one.
How about if we pour all into one? Do I get one?
You get a little bit. Maybe not for a splash or something.
Can I just make holy water?
Yeah, you can as a cleric.
Okay, let's do that next
You need like silver, and I think you can spend an hour or something, or you can do a ceremony for it.
Cool.
Other than that, yeah, the temple area is pretty much like vacant. There's just some pews and whatnot, and then like the back room is trashed. It's like a bedroom and that, and then being ransacked.
I don't know, guys. Maybe if anyone's alive, they'll be at the noblewoman. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe we should make our way there. Because this looks pretty scarce. There's no bodies here or anything, right?
No,
Actual from the townsfolk?
nope,
Nothing.
not a single body, not a single soul. Alright, I'll grab your tokens and move you outside. Nagaroth says,
I want things to die.
and that's it. Alright, there's just like a pretty like ominous silence now that the bell's not ringing. And right near this church there is an attached graveyard. You see more of these massive boulders that have just penetrated the ground here. There is a large town square, and you see a trail of blood leading away from where the walls were, and another slaughtered dog half eaten on the ground. There is something that might catch your attention, Thomas. It's this large gaping hole in the center of Nightstone. A 5-foot wide hole where the Nightstone once stood. The megalith is gone.
Hey guys, the Nightstone itself is gone. Holy hole, Batman.
I mean, it was very large, right? Who could have taken it?
I don't know, but it's huge.
Maybe it
For this
wanted
hole.
to die.
I mean, it was a stone. It probably did not have feelings.
What?
I'm gonna. What do you mean, what?
What do you mean it can't die?
Well, I suppose you could probably cut it down, like make it in 2 different pieces, but it's not really alive, so it can't die.
Everything can die.
You could dye
Agree
it
to
green,
disagree.
you could dye it blue, you could dye it... Now, kind of wary to jump down a hole.
You guys
Is
hear
this
some
Supposed to
clucking
go?
coming from the
where?
northeast.
Northeast.
Ah. I believe I hear the clucking of chickens.
To the chicken sounds.
Chickens must die.
Well, no, hold on.
Chickens must be fried.
Chickens must fry.
Yes.
Ah, I see another one of our little friends.
Mm.
Alright,
They're
Thomas.
stealing the chickens.
Yeah, you know this is home to a middle-aged woman named Samil Southwell who raises pigs and chickens. And you see no signs of anyone inside the house. The attached farm has
It's
another
everybody.
massive rock that's just smashed the crops into pieces. And there are 2 goblins. They're chasing after a pair of chickens that look like they've escaped from one of the coops. And there is mud around here, some feeding troughs for pigs and chickens. No pigs in sight. And as you guys approach, the goblins just stop chasing the chickens and they quickly jump to the side. Ah! They draw their weapons and they get ready to attack.
We must rescue the chicken.
Oh shit! Really?
Tot grabs at his short bow and he yells to you, "Ha ha! We got one! Gonna kill it!" And he points to you, Norin, as he fires his short bow. 14, the arrow whizzes right by you and hits the ground. Hojo sort of ducks behind this rock, and then he comes out from cover, firing at Thomas through the fence.
Clever.
An 18 hits. The arrow hits you in the leg. Searing pain starts to burn as blood pools into your pants that you call jeans.
Hope you have mending.
And then Hojo, he tucks behind the rock. It doesn't really conceal him much. Thomas.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Say,
warm it up.
Alright, you toss a firebolt back at him and it hits him.
Nice.
Oh,
Catches him from behind the rock and absolutely scorches him.
very nice.
Fantastic.
Damn.
Oh man. I'm so Did we lose Mills?
Mills? Hey, where is he? Is he there?
I'm gonna assume AFK.
Well, I was gonna hold my action until he gets injured. That's my plan was, but
Alright, well,
I don't know if
I'll message him when we take a break and see what he's doing. For now, I just presume he's stealing something
okay.
somewhere else.
I will. So, can I have? Is this a legal condition? Can I hold Toll the Dead until he takes damage, or before the end of the turn? Or
It has to be a
switches?
specific, conceivable thing. End of the turn is not conceivable. Taking damage
Okay.
is.
Okay, done.
Alright, you ready to toll the dead for if the goblin takes damage?
And I'll scoot over here for. Can I do like half cover?
Depends on where the goblin is.
No, can't see him there. Would that be considered half cover for me?
Well, it depends on where the
Where's that?
goblin is. If he's here,
Well, the goblin is
then
there.
no. Well, he can move. If he just
Oh, I
jumps
see.
over the fence and stands there, then no, you won't have any cover.
Technicality is set. All right, I'll stay right where I am, and I'll hold my action there.
From there, you've got cover from Norin if he's like over the other side of Norin. All right, Sagaroth just just flies straight at the goblin. I'm coming to make you die, and he sort of hits the
Wow.
fence and gets like caught in the fence.
This he's has he hit anything yet?
And then he starts attacking the fence instead. Die, fence!
stuck in the fence.
Norin.
He's hit a few things. 15 feet. Hop the fence.
Come on, Norn, you're my only hope.
20. 25. There he is.
Yes. Injure him.
So you can't see him, Norin. Your attack will be at disadvantage.
Can't see him.
I don't have dark vision.
Oh,
Pitch
I'm too
black.
far.
you got this.
Um,
Use the force.
You
actually-
sort of step like on a chicken, and then you sort of bump into the goblin.
come on.
I'll go ahead and swing then.
Yeah.
Aha.
Yeah.
You hit something.
Boom.
16 hits. And you just hit the goblin straight in the chest. Drop him to the ground. Ah! It's the ground dead.
I'll tell the chicken. It's okay. Come here. You will not get eaten today.
Alright, there's a couple of chickens. Make an animal handling check, Nora, and they're like running around wild. They start to like run away now. One of them just sort of it actually comes to you and just starts
Yes.
bucking around.
Good chicken.
Don't bite its head off.
There is some more clucking as well.
So, clucking from?
A bag. There is a
Oh,
sackcloth bag on the ground here.
chicken in a sack.
Open the bag.
Alright, you open the bag and there's a live chicken inside, as well as 5 copper pieces. Add that to your inventory.
What the frick? Search these goblins.
Again, their weapons or armor of no value. But one of them had that chicken in the sack. And the other one, he has this tiny little pouch, which only has one item in it, as well as like a couple of there's like a rat tail and some weird chunks of meat. There is a gold ring.
Oh.
Looks like a wedding band.
Does it have initials in it?
It does. SS.
Alright then.
Thomas, what was the name of the woman that lived here?
It was, I just called her the pig lady. I don't remember.
Were her initials SS, Seb?
Can we
That's
where's
kind of what I was going for.
can we look inside her abode?
Sure. There's a small farmstead here. So,
I'm anxious to see if my friend Trell is
I
okay.
just want to see what the state of the house is.
alright, it's a
she
stable
alive?
house, and the entrance is over here to the west. There's also another door to the side.
Okay.
Now you head on in, and I'll just
Hello.
move you on in. And so this is just like a stable.
Oh, it's not a house.
No.
Everything just went dark.
Yep.
I'm in a lot of torch.
I gotta like if you're moving into one of these houses, I gotta move you over.
Oh. Oh, I see. You gotta...
All right, and Norin, you're left absolutely in the dark. So
Yeah, a lot of
spark a
torches.
torch.
Uh,
Tagaroth also doesn't have a problem seeing in the dark. You've noticed.
Yeah.
Are you going
that's
in
why
with them?
he hits every time.
yeah, I might as well,
All right, I'll move you in
Yeah.
too.
rather than just staying
So
here by myself.
can I'd like to call out, and can I hear anything in here? Do I sound like
No,
or do I
you do
hear
not get a
anything?
response when you call out.
Does the door look like it was damaged or
The door was ajar. It's like barn doors.
yeah?
Big double set of doors. As you look inside, you notice no horses inside. There is a massive hole that's punched straight through the roof.
Jeez.
There are some wooden stalls here. You see some bits and brittles that have been cut. Like the horses have been freed. And everyone get ready for initiative. There is a goblin on the top floor. There is a hayloft that runs the length of the exterior of the eastern, northern, and southern walls. 10 feet overhead. These wooden ladders lead up to it. There is a cheeky little goblin on the upper floor who's snuck up, trying to surprise you guys, fire down arrows at you. A very menacing scowl. I'm going to determine surprise. He makes a stealth check. And
Oh, fuck.
everybody is
Oh,
surprised
shit.
by that.
Yeah, I would say so.
Attack the sword, you foolish goblin.
Alright, Derp takes cover behind this haystack. You just see a big bundle of hay. And he is hidden. So you're he sees Thomas. He's like situated like over here on the loft. And he attacks you with an arrow at advantage, Thomas. This arrow flies out of nowhere. It hits you.
Oh.
You look down, the arrow is stuck into your gut. And you look up, you see the goblin chuckling. And you are full unconscious. The pain overwhelms you. The goblin then ducks out of view and attempts to hide. You won't believe what he got on his stealth check again.
Again, so natural 20.
Yes.
Is there a way up there that I can see?
There are wooden ladders over
Is this a
near the
wooden ladder here?
entrance. That is
Or-
a door. That's an exit.
Oh, that's an exit. I'm going to move to here.
You're taking the dash action?
Sorry, that was my movement. I have 35.
Oh, 35, yes. Okay. There is quite a large rock here. I'd say that would be a difficult terrain to move by that.
Okay, I'm gonna use the dash as my action.
Okay.
So I don't know how far that would have taken me. I'm trying to get up the ladder.
All
So
right.
I don't
You've
know
used
if I make it up or not. You tell me.
all right. Use 40 feet to get there, and it'll
Yeah.
cost another 20 to get up onto the ladder. So you'll
Okay.
have 15 feet left. All right. You sprint
Okay.
up the ladder, jumping up onto the hayloft, and
But sorry, bonus action: spare the dying on Thomas
okay.
before I go out of sight of him.
Yeah, you can easily see him. I'm going to move you
Okay.
guys onto this like upper level map now in the same positions. So everyone has a better idea of what's exactly happening.
Ah.
And I don't see him there, or he is more visible to me now.
He's hidden, so like you sort of know he's around there somewhere. You can like hear him a little bit, but basically
Okay.
can't pinpoint his exact location. He's hidden in the hay and darkness.
Okay, then I'll move to there and end my turn.
Okay. Sagaroth looks over at Thomas, hovering over him, and he looks to you, Norin, almost like as he swings his pommel around to face you, almost sort of hits Thomas with the blade.
Does he want to die?
No, he does not want to die.
Who wants to die?
The one that shot him. I believe he's up there. Look,
He
the
just-
goblin man.
Flings straight up to the roof and attacks at the goblin at disadvantage. And misses. And then turns to you, Than.
Not one word.
Alright, the goblin bursts out of the hay. Rah! And because he doesn't have to move or anything, he remains hidden as he attacks Sagaroth with advantage. And Sagaroth parries his scimitar off. And the goblin is
Wow.
now exposed.
Shit. Not bad.
And then Derp panics. He screams. He disengages as a bonus action. And he moves into the corner of the loft as far as he can get. Norin.
If I was to move, like, say here, would I still be able to, like, can I see the goblin at this point, or is it too?
3/4 cover.
Okay. And... Yeah, okay. I might as well. I'd have to dash to get up there anyway, so I might as well. I'm gonna chunk a hand axe at him.
Okay. I just heard from Gray as well. He says he's feeling sick.
Haha.
Yes, I'll be popping in and out whenever I need to heal up.
Are you okay, man?
Yeah, just a bit of a stomach bug thing, I think.
Told you. That's what happens when you consummate with sheep.
That'll do it.
Yeah, they really need a warning label on like the back of their head or something.
Alrighty. So I'll roll you into the next round, Mills. You're just in the stable house, like fighting a lone goblin who's trying to sneak and shoot everyone from above. The hand axe, it like hits Derp and like almost pins him to the back wall, like severing one of his arms, and he just starts screaming, barely alive. Blood starts to drip down through the hayloft onto the floor below.
It's 15 to get to there, and then I don't know how much it would take me to get to the top.
You get halfway up the ladder with the rest of your movement.
Okay, and that's my turn.
Thomas, you are stable, but not dying. Good. Then.
Yeah. It's time for Little Toll the Dead. Where are you?
Bong.
Mills, you can go after
Shit.
Dan. Got to roll
These
you in there.
Rolls.
Alright, you send your shield forward, it glows, and the goblin's eyes widen as he hears this bell toll in his head. But he just blocks his ears and shakes his head. Get out!
Man, this guy's rolling natural 20s.
Yeah, it's like the third one he's rolled. This is why Greg
So
got
is
me
he-
to roll his attack
he-
rolls.
Is he armed with a bow or weapon?
Yep, a bow. He's got a shoddy looking scimitar dangling next to his loincloth.
I will stand my ground.
Just wears some like animal hides fastened around his back, like hanging over his shoulders. All very primitive looking. Why is it your turn again, Thomas? Whoops. Let me move it along. Mills. The goblin's like a floor above you.
Okay. Can I see it at all, or is it?
Yeah, you can see him just a little bit.
I guess I'll move further in and try and take a shot at him.
Okay.
Yeah, nah. That's all I can do.
So miss, and Sagaroth is going to
You can do
float
this.
over. And he sort of flings his
do
body
this.
around.
Oh,
The goblin
oh my
jumps to the
god.
side as Sagaroth's blade sticks into the
It's fucking
hayloft
painful
floor.
to watch you.
I'm a little rusty.
How are things gonna die when you swing like that?
No more out of you, or otherwise I'll make you die.
I try not to laugh.
Alright, Derp panics. He screams as his like arm is just spraying out blood. He like pulls out his scimitar and just hopelessly swings at Sagaroth. And he hits, hitting Sagaroth for 4 points of damage, chipping into his blade. And then Derp disengages and just sort of moves 10 feet over here, moves around and just backs up against the wall, breathing heavily.
All right.
Starts to sink into the corner.
Would I be able to get all the way up to him with my movement?
Yeah. All the way up?
So again, I was halfway up the ladder. I move all the way
Yeah,
up the
you
ladder.
can. Yeah, you can.
Okay. Get up to him.
You jump off into the loft and you put the
Nice.
longsword straight through his neck. And Sagaroth quickly swings in front of you and stabs him.
I did it.
Yeah, sure you did. Okay. And I'll reach down and I'll grab my hand axe. It's also buried in the thing.
You have to
Good
like
job.
sort of hoist the hand axe out of the wall. There's like blood covering and the goblin's arm is laying at the base of it.
Ah, that is disturbing. And I'll kind of clean it off with some of the hay. Well, let's see if we can do something for our strange friend down there. And I'll
I'll search the body.
go back down.
All right, he has a coin pouch that has a single copper piece in it,
Fuck yeah.
and he does have a sack as well. It contains a wooden box engraved with the symbol of the lion shield Costa, which is like a popular trading post throughout Faerun. It's like a shield with a lion's head. And inside the box, very neatly packed, are 10 silvered darts.
Ooh. Oh, those would be amazing for another one of my characters, but yeah, that's neither here nor there.
Silver darts. Nice.
Yeah.
I'll take them.
No.
With what hands? Sword. With what hands?
Um.
Mm.
What kind of weapons was this goblin carrying?
Like he has a scimitar, which is basically like it looks like it was a bit of like metal taken off some sort of farming equipment and then like sort of bent and sharpened to a blade. His short bow is also like non-valuable. I mean, it could be used as a weapon, but certainly like is not of a good enough make to sell. There's nothing of value, nothing else of value on him.
Okay. Climb back down.
All right, you guys leave the stable house, and actually,
I mean-
Thomas is unconscious.
Yeah, I'll just take a nap here.
We can push him over here and hide him under the hay for now.
It's not a bad idea to hang out here. We have killed the one thing that was in here, so.
Oh, okay. We can hang out here.
All right, you put Thomas in one of the stable houses, and do you guys want to take a short rest? So go ahead, a short
Put some
rest.
hay over him.
I'm gonna use my second wind before we short rest. So.
Roll
I'm not
over
even
and
gonna
say,
Cool.
I'm not
We
gonna
got one
bother
hit there.
rolling because I only needed 1 point.
Okay, and you can use your hit die, Thomas. You
Oh,
wake up
sweet.
an hour later on 3 hit points. Let's take a 10-minute break now, and then as you guys pick yourselves back off the barn floor, we'll head out and continue exploring Nightstone.
Alrighty.
See you guys back soon.
BRB.
How's everyone doing?
Oh, about a 3 on a scale of 1.
Alright, Gray said
That's
he's really sick, so yeah, he can't play anymore today.
Sick bastard.
We don't
ringing
need
the
these.
bells
We
again.
don't need these bells anymore. So yeah, presume Mills is off. This is like a dream for him, looting and pillaging.
Nobody's around. He can steal all he wants.
Yeah, he disappears into the shadows. Goes on a stealing spree. Alright, you guys are done in the stable, so you step outside. And it's been dark for about an hour, and you're only gone for a few hours. Nightstone has seemingly transformed in that time. There are these boulders everywhere, littering the streets. Much destruction, not a soul in sight.
Guys, I'm thinking we got a couple courses of action. One is to go try to find my friend Trell that I've been staying with, or maybe go to the manor.
The chicken follows me.
Yeah, takes a liking to you, Norin. When you come out, it sort of comes up to you from and stray too far from its coop.
But whatever
I'm
you
fine with that. Well, this friend of yours that you've been staying with, I suppose that he would be in town while the lady would be up in the castle, correct?
Yeah. He lives right over there, and I point in whatever direction the DM says he lives.
Well, the bridge was out. Like, we could see that it was broken in two. So, perhaps we could go check on your friend first.
Thank you. Will someone go first? I'm scared.
I will lead the way.
When we find them, do you think they'll want to die?
It depends on who we find.
Alright, you go over to check, was it, Trell's farm. Now, you knew that he was actually going to have dinner at the Zelbrin residence tonight. Friend Trell seemed to also take a liking to this cat that he had, a pet. Tressum, a winged cat. It would follow him everywhere he would go. When you come to his residence, a winged cat, yeah, Tressum. There is a giant rock that has destroyed the entire back room of his residence, and there are 2 more rocks embedded in the garden nearby where he would grow wheat. There is crap scattered around all over the floor, broken bits of crockery, plates, clothes, personal belongings at the front of the residence. This was his bedroom.
Oh no. Oh yeah, he was having dinner at what's their name?
Zelbrins.
The Zelbrins.
And where do they live?
They live right over in the direction of that green ping, wherever.
Where? Can you point it out for me, Thomas? Which
is the house
direction?
destroyed utterly? Is there nothing to search?
The house is not completely destroyed. Inside, it's a pretty simple house. Like all of these houses here, they're very basic. They're just made of wood and they have pitched roofs. Inside, there is just a living area / kitchen, and there's no sign of him. His bedroom is just, there's nothing left of the bedroom. The roof is caved in, the walls destroyed, the bed flattened. It's like the place has also been ransacked and all of his stuff is just like tossed around on the floor here.
All right.
Well, good thing he was not taking a nap, huh?
The rocks are massive as well. They're 3 feet in diameter. They must weigh hundreds of pounds.
Shall we check on the other house?
I think that's a good. Do I know where these other folks live?
Yeah, over in this direction. You hear some voices. Coming from this farm.
Thomas,
From
I
which
believe
farm?
there are more goblins.
This farm. Over here. So, Thomas, this is Nespa Farm. They're pumpkin and squash farmers. And as your light comes into view, you see 2 goblins messing around in the farm. They are wearing eyeless, hollowed out pumpkins on their heads. And they're just falling over one another, chasing each other around, tripping into things, and they don't seem to be like aware of your presence. Trying to catch each other, playing blind tag.
Well, at least with the goblin helmets, they won't see our look, or the pumpkin helmet.
Everyone make a stealth check to remain quiet.
Mine will be disadvantage. Huh.
Stellar, you guys.
As you guys approach, they quickly throw the pumpkins off of their heads. And they look over towards you guys. Kill! Eat them! Bite them! Kill them! They draw their weapons and they rush over to attack.
Sorry, guys, my chicken was clucking too loud.
Alright. So, Sagaroth turns to you, Norin.
Whoa.
I believe the ones that just took the pumpkins off their head. I think they want to die.
Sagaroth flies straight over. And knowing that Than is out of view, can truly perform his best. And
Oh, now you hit.
he just lops the goblin's head straight off and it falls back into the hollowed out pumpkin. And the headless body of the goblin like runs around like a chicken with its head
Nice
cut
shot,
off.
Norin, I yell out.
Sagaroth then rushes the other one. Thomas.
Okay. All right. I yell.
Alright, you throw a firebolt. For a brief moment, you see the farm illuminated. Most of the pumpkins have been smashed, and there are 3 massive holes that have plucked holes in the farm as well. And it whizzes by and briefly illuminates the Zelbin residence. And you don't like what you see when the light reaches that far, Thomas. Destruction.
Oh no.
Norin.
Before I rush in, I turn to the chicken. Stay here. And then I'll run forward. Damn, I can get all the way to the goblin. Nice.
Now you run in, you sort of push through this gate, which is already hanging open. Sort of step over these destroyed pumpkins.
Alright, and I'll drop the torch so I can pull out my sword and I'll slash.
Alright, you stick the torch into a nearby intact pumpkin, draw your sword, and with one quick swing of your sword, you slash straight through the goblin. Blood flicks up into the air, and the goblin falls.
Them running around with pumpkins on their head. I don't know if any of y'all have played the game Overlord. It reminds me of the minions in that game.
I think I've seen like artwork for it.
Troll.
search the
Is
bodies.
the house?
No, this is a Nespa house. A small cottage here. The front door is open, and you can see more belongings just taken out of it. Cottage is actually undamaged, but it's been thoroughly ransacked.
The whole no bodies thing is really starting
Yeah,
to
it's
get to me
strange.
a little bit. I'll pick up the torch.
It's really weird.
Alright, you pick the torch up.
Unless the whole town got notified of an imminent threat coming and were able to escape.
Alright, as you guys get there, you're
So nothing on the
surprised
bodies?
again.
I take it. Just move on.
Hold up. You're searching the bodies right then?
I was, yeah. I was trying.
Alright then, you'll need to be next to the goblins to do that. As this fight broke out, there are a couple of other goblins that came to investigate. Surprising you guys with their excellent stealth. They creep in from this direction.
Oh, Thomas, no.
And you guys can barely see them. One of them, so you guys are surprised. Everyone, there's no way anyone's beaten that stealth check that they made. Oh, I should probably roll the goblins into initiative, it might help. Alright, Larv, armed with his short bow, he sees Norin glowing like a beacon and fires at him. Hey, yo! 16
Miss.
misses, it clings off your armor. Ah! And the goblin runs for cover. Then you're surprised. Snock. He is going to creep up and investigate the farm. And when he sees Than there, standing over the bodies of the goblins. Hey! What you do to Flick and Flick? Me gon' kill you for that!
They die.
You die!
Die like
He
you.
fires at you. And
I hold my shield up.
bounces off your shield.
Yeah.
You say he will die? Like them?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Ah! It catches Snock for 4 damage, doesn't kill him though, but hurts him pretty badly.
Not
Sagarov,
bad.
he pretends he can't hear you. La 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 la. Thomas, as you go to the Zelbin residence, it is a grisly sight here. There is a rock that has cut the house in half, and there is blood, gore at the base of the rock.
The first sign of any bodies that we've seen, right?
He's quite an optimist, that Thomas.
Oh. Well,
I'm sure they're fine. Don't worry.
to avoid calling attention to himself, he's not going to yell freeze, but he's going to whisper freeze and point at the goblin by the blade.
14 hits him. The ray of frost going in between the the fence, but hitting the fence a lot, and just a tiny little bit of spray starts to burn Snock.
An ice cube hits him in the ear.
Yeah, an ice cube drops on his head.
Numbs it just enough to pierce it.
The goblin actually had a bit of back pain, and now he's relieved.
Thomas is very gentle.
It's like icy hot. Alright. So, Orange turn. 30 foot. Still can't see the other goblin. I'll do what I've been doing. I'll drop the torch again. Well, like stick the torch like by the fence there. Draw a hand axe and throw it at that goblin.
Just toss it in the air, throw the hand axe, and catch the torch after.
It hits him,
Norin's not that dexterous.
and the hand axe just hits the goblin straight in the neck and throws him to the
Nice.
side dead.
I might need to actually make my hand axe as a resource because I mean I've only got 2 of them, and if I can't like, go pick one up, I'm using them a lot more than I thought I would.
Just collect them, buddy.
All right.
Just collect them.
In the southeast tower, little larv peers over the edge. One of these little keeps here that's about 15 feet tall. Ah! Yow! He looks down at you, Norin, fires at you. It misses. And then he hides back around behind the wall of the tower.
I see you over there.
Then,
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, Than is curious of what's happening over here, so he's gonna come down here and, not seeing anything, will duck back over to here. And he will ready a Toll the Dead for any sign of enemy that comes into view.
okay,
Is that acceptable?
sure.
Thank you. End of my turn.
Zagros' turn.
Than! Why are you hiding there, readying that spell behind that rock?
He like yells
Waiting
as loud
for
as he
you.
can, pointing his blade towards
Waiting
you.
for you. Hit something and I will be right behind you.
What an asshole.
Are you getting ready to use your spell on the first enemy that comes into your view?
The first thing that you hit, yes.
Zagros
I
just,
see
he just like flies out of view, like the way he propels himself through the air. He just turns and like it's like a harpoon being fired straight up to the top of the tower.
Awesome.
He hits Larv for 5 damage. Ends his turn there.
I don't see anything.
Thomas. No, he's up on the tower, so he's like, you wouldn't be able to really see him unless you go up there, or pretty much.
Yeah, there he is. So, I say burn, yo.
That's Sagoroth.
Oh, that's Sakurov.
Ow!
No, I don't want to. I'll just dodge then.
You can attempt to try and hit the goblin up there somewhere at disadvantage, but a 12 misses anyway. Just whizzes over the tower. Norin.
I'm gonna hop the fence, grab my hand axe out of this one's head as my item interaction. Hop it again. It's 10. 20.
You can sort of
And-
see Sagoroth swinging at like where you think the goblin is.
Yeah. Okay, I'll chunk a hand axe up there then.
Go for it.
Ah, that's gonna be a mess.
Yeah, it just hits the tower wall. Falls on the ground.
Saragoth, move out of the little way so I can get another kill with the hand axe, huh?
Alright, Larv uses his cunning action to disengage. He runs down the ladder and then he like runs outside.
Ah. That was foolish, little one.
We're going to die! We're going to die!
Try to knock him.
And he then uses his action to dash and he just starts like running away up the road to the east. Ends his turn there. Then
I will come down here. And I don't see any enemies.
Norin will say, he's that way.
All right,
He's getting away.
Come on here. Toll the Dead on that guy. Blammo.
Maybe not getting away. Oh shit.
Ooh,
Or
bad.
maybe getting.
Yeah, maybe.
completely resists.
Huh. Was not expecting that.
Don't worry, Than. I will finish what you
I can
couldn't.
Let's see it.
He,
Show me.
he falls short and sticks into the
Show
ground.
me your greatness.
Just give me 6 more seconds.
Thomas.
Say, slow down, yo.
That hits him.
Oh, he's dead.
And a massive shard of ice impales the goblin, like lifts him up off his feet. He hits the ground. His whole entire body freezes in the meantime, and when he falls, he shatters into icy chunks.
Great killing shot, Thomas.
I know. See
Whoa.
if he's got a sack other than the one I can see under his loincloth.
All right, you may need to specify which sack you're searching.
Gross.
All right, you search Lav's sack, and he has it filled to the brim with knives, forks, and spoons.
Silverware.
Oh. All right.
He does have 3 vials of perfume, fancy perfume.
I'm searching back to my goblins over here.
Okay. All right. Lav has
Use
been
that.
searched. Than, you check Snock and his sack. Snock has
+3 shield.
Yeah.
a stuffed bloodhawk and
Goodness
a
sakes.
Stuffed blood orc. Is that what you just
hawk.
said?
Blood hawk.
It's like a red bird,
Oh,
sort of like almost like a red hawk. And then he also has a battered copper flagon emblazoned with a grinning visage of a halfling, worth a tremendous amount.
fantastic.
Is there any sign of who this blood under the stone belongs to?
You just see a pair of legs sticking out of the rock, and then like chunks of meat and blood scattered around.
Must be the wicked wisp. Of the
No ruby slippers, unfortunately.
Search the other bodies too.
Do I recognize the leg?
Make an investigation check.
Well, this is the house where my friend was at. Right?
Yeah,
Do they have on heels?
they are Troll's legs.
Oh,
You'd recognize those legs anywhere.
Whose?
my friend.
He had the damn fine set of legs. I'll give you
I've
that.
known him forever, for at least
2 weeks. That is not forever, my friend. But strong bonds can grow quickly. I mourn for him with you.
He is where he's meant to be, my friend. I'm sorry for your loss.
he was kind to me. And I couldn't figure out, didn't know what the hell this dream was about.
Yes, life can be like a dream sometimes. That is right.
And it looks like there are other corpses completely shattered and smashed under that rock as well. Then you check Flick and Blick. Blick has 4 copper and 3 silver in a pouch.
Ah, that was a rich goblin.
And Flick, his sack contains a tinderbox, a smoking pipe, a stuffed teddy bear, and a box set of 3 dragon anti-cards. Worth a staggering amount.
I might hold on to the cards though, just to.
Yeah. While away the boring.
I'll put that in the other.
Coming out from the shadows, something approaches you, Thomas.
Oh,
It's Rilix, the Tressum.
my little winged friend.
Winged cat.
Friend or foe?
friend, don't we?
If this was a foe, it would not be a very mighty one. It's very small.
I've never seen such a creature.
And it's sort of flies away quite quickly. Meow.
Oh, Relics, come back. Do you look
Maybe
like
it's
he
showing us
wants
the
us
way.
to follow him, or?
You just perches on a nearby rock, trying to get some high ground.
Oh,
Looks quite frightened. Sagaroth looks at you, Norin.
No. That one wants to live. All right. You've killed plenty tonight.
Thank you, I know.
And then he looks like scowls over at Than.
cough.
I'll look to Thomas again. What did you say this thing's name was again?
I think I said
Relix.
Relic.
Relix. I'll try to approach Relix. Relix, come on down. Do not be scared.
Make an animal handling check.
Can I get because I have this? Would I get like advantage with that or anything?
Yes. Advantage depends
Oh,
on
charisma.
depends on what
Is that
you.
what I'm trying to ask him to do
Yeah.
or something? Okay. Well, if it's just a straight animal handling check, I'm still pretty good at that too.
All right, Relix comes down off the rock, stops flying, and walks along the ground. Meow. Walks up to you.
Good girl. Oh, some scritches and then a little bit of I'll get a thing of rations out and I'll like break off a little piece.
Relix nibbles at it, and then gets startled when Sagaroth comes by, hisses, and sort of just runs behind your legs.
Stop scaring the kitty.
Hello, kitty.
Go fly over to somewhere else. You're scaring me.
Kitty.
I'm not sure if you're trying to be intimidating or not.
Do you want me to pat it?
No, not at all.
Alright, Relix meows and starts hissing again, but looks towards a small hill in which there is a windmill. And you guys are attacked from the windmill.
Ah,
Relix's
Okay.
sense is able to prevent you guys from being surprised. There are two goblins up there in their rafters, getting ready to shoot over in this direction.
the joys of having a low dexterity.
Sword, are you ready for battle?
Obviously not. It's going after me.
Pretends it doesn't hear you.
Do you always talk to your sword before you fight? I am
I
the
step
mighty Sagaroth,
Come over
hitter of
here.
things.
believe it when I
100%
see
of
it.
the time.
Believe it when I see it, there, buddy. Is that a goblin I see right there?
Yes, you can just sort of see them, barely.
Good
The
enough for
windmill
me.
here. It's on a 10-foot high grassy hill.
I will toll the dead.
Alright, do a toll on Yak, and he fails.
Nice.
He screams and coughs as he takes 6 necrotic damage. It almost causes him to fall from the top of the windmill.
I love how they all have names.
Can I hide behind the boulder if I crouch down?
It can give you a bit of cover. Yeah, you can hide. You can get cover as long as you crouch down prone.
And then I will words. Here. Oops. Shit. I fucked it all up. There you go.
Thomas.
And I'll take the dodge.
Okay. You stand before the bridge leading to the Bailey. Norin.
I'll tell Relix, you stay here, and I'll run forward. I could just barely see a goblin there. I think.
Yeah, they're sort of climbing around on the thatched roof, like looks like they're trying to make the windmill blade spin. Like going to
Alright.
hang off of it or something.
I'll stick the torch in the ground, and then kind of warm up my arm a little bit, and then chunk the hell out of a hand axe.
Okay. You actually hit, and the goblin falls from the roof.
Nice shot, Norin. I look at the sword.
Let's see.
Show us the greatness.
I don't have anything else.
Wow. It appears that axes are the superior.
Oh, shit.
It hovers over Tharn.
Where are you going?
You're looking awfully prone there, Tharn.
She's had enough of your shit.
That's so funny.
And then
I sure am. But I am not your enemy. I am your ally. Show me your greatness on that goblin.
He dashes up to the windmill. Relix hisses and hides behind Norin. Dan.
I'm gonna toll the dead. I'm gonna hold it until after Sword's turn. Specifically.
You'll have to be like until he does something.
I'm hoping until after he attacks.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm hoping to do.
Alrighty.
And turn.
Thomas.
Oh. So that roof is thatched?
Yeah.
And the goblin's on top of it, huh? I can hear him.
He's on
I know
top.
what you're thinking.
Yep.
I say, burn, roof, burn.
You toss a fireball and it flies into the starry night.
Alright, then I drop to the...
Norin.
Alright, I'm gonna run to where I get a better shot at it. It doesn't cost me extra movement to go up these hills, right?
No.
Okay, making sure. Yep, getting over to a spot where I can actually see it, and I'll chunk my other hand axe at it.
21 is a hit.
Ah,
Sticks into Longo for 4 slashing damage.
minimum damage. That's my turn.
Sagoroth turns to you, Than.
What are you
Show it.
waiting for?
I'm waiting
Unleash
for
your
you.
spell.
I am waiting for you.
Waiting for me
Show
to
me your
do
greatness.
what?
Show me.
Show you what?
Show me how you kill.
You're waiting for me to attack?
Yes.
It tries to shove the goblin off.
Oh, what an asshole!
Sword.
He knocks the goblin
Oh,
off.
he does.
Ah! It's a 10-foot drop. And the goblin snaps his neck on the ground.
Nice.
We did it, Norrin, Thomas, and Relix.
Unbelievable.
So,
The
very good
attitude.
job.
Good job,
and
Segura.
I'll go to each goblin and take out my hand axe. Get him back.
You periodically remove the hand
Search the
axes
bodies.
from the goblin skulls. Bodies. Alrighty, Yek and Longo. Search them. Alright, they don't have a whole lot on them. Just a few copper in their pouch. It looks like they was more interested in just like having fun than searching for treasure. And they have a combined total of 6 copper pieces.
Ah, very rich goblins, I see.
One of them has 3 and the other one has 3 copper in their pouch.
I think we should try to find a way across the bridge.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
Which way to the bridge?
Right, it's right here.
it was right here. It was right to the south.
Right, of course. I'll give Relix some more ration and a head scratch. Good job. You warned us of the goblins.
Meow. Seems to understand what you're saying. There is this
Unfortunately,
almost
I
like
can't understand it.
a surprising glint of intelligence in its eyes.
So I know what's on the other side of this. Is it where the lady?
Yes, this is the keep. This is where the lady lives. It's a 70-foot long bridge and it's angled upwards. 10-foot wide, sloping to a higher elevation, connects the bailey to the moat. Looks like a rock is cut straight through the bridge, destroying a 15-foot long section of it, cutting off Nandar Keep from the village.
Does the keep look like? Can we see anything, or is it just sheer walls?
You can't actually see it. Your light does, or your vision does not extend far enough.
Oh, okay, so it's too far away.
Yeah, the bridge is
Right.
70 foot long.
And
And
how
you said
how,
the
how
gap-
wide is the
the-
gap? 10, almost
15.
15 feet.
Yeah, it's 15 feet and it's at a higher elevation.
How much higher are we down from? How much of a drop is it?
From
we're at-
the moat,
From what? Yeah, how far is the drop down?
I mean, you drop into water, so it's not, I
Yeah.
mean, it's like 30 feet.
30 feet. Okay.
You think
Sword.
drop down and
Carry
try to
us
climb
across.
up the other?
You can fly.
Hello, the key.
I don't think so. I have been mistreated.
Not really.
Sword.
I mean,
Jump, then, and I will catch you.
I wouldn't do that then. He does not have arms.
What's the rule on the jumping?
All right. Usually you just jump your strength score. So if you got 15
Yeah.
strength, you jump 15
No,
feet.
Definitely. Don't.
But with this, because it's a higher
Uphill.
elevation, actually requires an athletics check as well.
And so, what would be in this situation? We need
It's
to
higher.
run from
So
back.
yeah, you need a 10-foot run up. You'd have to
10-foot
have
run up?
yeah, you'd have to have like
Okay.
a 15 or higher on your strength.
I'm doing it. I don't have a 15th or higher strength. Do I have to roll?
If you don't have 15 or higher, you're not going to make it.
Oh, I'm not going to make it. Period. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
I'm gonna ask Relix, and I'll kind of hold up the end of the rope. Could you carry this end of the rope over to the other side?
Meow. puts it
And
in
hold it
her
there.
mouth and holds it there.
I'm gonna cast guidance on Relix.
well, I mean,
Does that make sense?
How you looping it? Maybe
t-
you can hook it on
well,
top of that.
is there like a is there
She
like
might
a
have to make a
post
check of some kind.
that's jutting up at all on this side?
Yeah.
Slip it over. There's a
Jutting
loop in
up
it?
from the bridge.
Yeah,
No.
so we can have it in.
Not jutting up. The bridge was actually like just completely flat with no real railing.
Okay. Well, in that case, I wouldn't even need her to do that then. I would tie one end of the rope, like to like a bottom, like around a piling, I guess, and then I would try to make the jump.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
Guidance.
And Oren, you run, jump, you leap, and you clear it, easily landing on the other side.
I'll pat I'll pat Relix. Good girl, and then I'll tie the rope along a piling on this side as well.
Like a tightrope.
Yeah, well, it'd be a tightrope, but well, you can try to walk across it, but I wouldn't recommend it. Just hang off the bottom of it, wrap your legs around it, and shimmy over. I'll pull you up once you're over.
Dude, that was an amazing.
You can cross with a acrobatics or an athletics check to shimmy across the rope. Acrobatics for like tight walk roping, or athletics for
Is that
shimmying.
for us?
Yep,
Can I guidance myself?
sure.
Can I guidance Thomas?
Sure.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna guidance Thomas.
You'd have to guidance Thomas first.
Okay.
You'd have to go
Right.
first.
I'm not on my acrobat.
Can I tie a rope around Tom's just in case he falls?
You think it'd probably,
I'll just follow along.
it'd probably hurt him if you tied a rope, because then slam up against these posts or something instead of falling straight into the water.
All right.
All right, Thomas, you like run along the rope like a
Shit.
tightrope.
Fuck. I'm just gonna stay here, guys. I can't compete with your rolls.
Good job,
Nagaroth
Thomas. That
flies
was
over.
impressive.
Come
I
on,
guided
Fan,
myself.
you can do it. I believe in you. You're going to do this perfectly, I know it.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
Don't fall and die.
I feel so jinxed right now. Sword, I swear to God.
Do you want me to hold the rope for you?
No, definitely
He
don't
starts
touch that.
poking you while you go.
Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. Fuck it, I'm doing it. Like, ugh.
All right,
Oh.
you start to climb, Than, and as you get to the edge, make a dexterity save. Like you almost make it across.
Oh yes.
Sagaroth holds out his handle for you to catch. You grab onto it, and you slam against the pylons of the underneath of the bridge. You take a little bit of damage from that. 1 bludgeoning damage, and
That's lucky.
Sagaroth is actually like carrying your entire weight.
He could have just done that to begin with.
I see you, Segaroth. I see you.
He takes you over here and then drops you in the water.
Fuck.
Seriously?
I'll fucking toll the dead, you bitch.
And you fall splash into the moat, and then he just hovers above you and holds out his handle again.
You bastard.
He psychs you out, and then
Ah,
and then he
you know
finally
what?
taxis you up to the other side.
I needed to bathe. Thank you. Sword. Thank you.
Sagaroth.
Alright, set into the curtain wall of the moat, There are 2 windowless stone gatehouses with wood-shingled, high-pitched rooftops. Between them, there's a set of oak doors with iron hinges. The doors can be barred from within. Not sure if they are barred or not.
Well, let's check it out. I'll push open the doors.
They open quite easily, and you enter Nandar's Keep and Bailey.
Oh, this place got hit pretty hard.
Hello, the keep.
There is some small barracks inside each gatehouse. Each one has 6 bunks, 12 beds in all. They've got some foot lockers at the bottom of the beds. And it looks like on the western gatehouse, a rock has fallen through and destroyed like half of the contents. It's hit with such force it's driven through the roof and cracked the stone foundation on which it was built. And there are bodies. Like a few guards died when the roof and the rock fell on them. And the inner bailey and the keep, it is in disrepair as well. Rocks just decimated it.
When the sword and the winged cat get in, I'll shut and bar.
Okay. They fly up over and into the bailey. There are more rocks everywhere here. It's been heavily bombarded. The ramp leads up to an 8-foot high stone parapet that encircles the yard, and the rock right in front of you is squashing some more guards. Looks like they were struck and killed by these rocks.
Well, that is
Who the hell
unfortunate.
could throw rocks these big?
I don't know,
Is it
but
raining rock?
I have to commend them for being able to find so many rocks the same size.
There's a front entrance to the keep, which is somewhat intact.
Hello, anyone inside?
You call out, you get a response. Who's there?
It's Thomas Covenant, the friend of Trell's.
Thomas. That
On a
boy
quest for the lady.
from the other world.
That's right.
Other world.
Wait, what?
You should come
Do it.
inside quickly. It's bloody raining rocks. And they open the door. Some guards that still survive. They open the door to the
Yes,
keep for you
of course.
guys. Move you guys inside. All the guards of Nightstone, they wear pretty simple livery. There are 4 male human guards that look like they're survivors here. They wear light leather armor, black cape, and this holy symbol with an olive leaf branch sort of twirling around it, the symbol of Nightstone. And as you enter into the great hall, it is mostly buried under a pile of rubble. And the guards here have sort of cowered into the corner, dirt all over their faces and cuts on their arms. They look tired, and one of them greets you. Oh, am I glad to see a familiar face?
So am I. We didn't think anyone else had.
Was there anyone else alive out there?
No. I was surprised. We didn't see many bodies, just a couple under rocks. Seemed like most people were just gone.
Who are these people? I don't recognize them.
Well, they were some friends that helped me with the quest for the lady.
I'm Than. That's Sword over
Landlord.
there.
They look over at the sword.
His name is Sword.
They don't seem
Until he
too
proves himself in
surprised.
battle.
Cyroth.
They don't seem too surprised by the floating, flying sword at all.
Really?
We have yet to name him until he proves himself in battle.
Well,
Only then.
my
Will you
name's
learn?
Torrin Brack. This is Aaron Winterspell, Caleb Zam, and Sam Horner. We're the only ones left alive.
Wow.
We was
What the?
in the castle when the rocks started falling from the big castle in the sky.
The what?
Like there was a castle in the sky.
Just
Sure.
as night fell, I saw it with my own eyes. There was enough light. It wasn't tricking me, I swear. It was a giant floating cloud castle, and rocks started falling from it.
How much had you had to drink?
I swear it. You can see
Insight.
what else could have
With
thrown
mine.
these rocks.
Would I know
Oh, you got me.
anything about floating
Do I
cloud
believe
castles?
what he's saying?
Make a history check and make an insight check.
I don't know shit.
I mean, it's common knowledge that giants exist, and yeah, you think it would be giants.
Right.
And
Makes sense.
apart from him seeming like a coward, seems to be telling the truth.
So wait,
I
giants and
whisper.
flying castles are a thing?
He speaks the truth, Thomas.
It sounds
can tell.
like cloud giants.
Sagarov doesn't trust your judgment then, tries to inside himself.
Sword. Be silent.
He's telling the
This is not a battle.
truth.
His wisdom is -3.
That's fucking great. Oh, I know.
Well, yeah, that big castle coming. It started hurling rocks. One of them cut straight through the bridge and cut the keep off from the village. We tried to look of what we could and help where we can, but we had no way of getting into the town, and people, they lowered the drawbridge themselves and they ran. Most of them got away.
Well, that's good.
Ran to where?
Well, there's some back caves about a mile away. Most people know of it. They're probably there. I hope so.
Who's the lady that we were?
Lady
Ada
Dolores.
Rosa. Does she survive?
They all hang their heads. And Torum shakes his head. She was in the Great Hall when the roof collapsed.
Perhaps her survivor still.
She didn't make it. Buried under the rubble. We tried to clear the rubble and get her out, but by that time, too late.
It's terrible news, but
They're
not to be
being
that guy,
sincere.
but do you think do you think the reward she set aside for us survived?
What?
How could you ask such a thing, Thomas?
Wow.
What are you
Okay.
saying? I've just told you
Who
she's
the
dead.
world are
She's
you
squashed
from?
under a rock.
Have you no compassion?
Oh, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking.
Does he seem sincere about what they're saying about this lady? And
Yeah.
do they seem like they genuinely cared about her?
Yeah, they are her gods. And they seem heavily demoralized.
Were.
Were her gods. And yeah, they actually have like a little curtained off area, and they like in this northeastern keep, and they've just got an oak table with a cloth over it. They sort of show it to you guys, and they close it again.
Well,
Alas, I didn't know her long, but she was kind to me and gave me a few odd jobs.
She was a good leader. She always strived for Nightstone. Always wanted what was best for us. Even with the trouble with the elves and that from the forest, she tried to fix it. We couldn't do anything. A few of the guards, we saw them escorting the people out of town. Well, we could have done something. We could have jumped the bridge or something.
No. You would have perished.
It's an easy bridge to jump, but yes, you've done the right thing.
You did have a downhill running jump. So.
He's still soaking wet when he says that.
I needed to bathe off the blood from all the killing I have done as I look at the sword.
Well, boys, the best thing you can do is probably start cleaning up here while you wait for her relatives to come. Or send word to Waterdeep.
Oh. Yes. The town folk. What if there's trouble with them orcs in the woods there?
Alright.
Perhaps
Damn
we
orcs.
should. We might want to just settle down for the evening here, maybe.
And go seek out the townsfolk.
Yep.
We'll go with you if you want to do. I'll help, or at least I will. I don't want to speak for.
For sure. We'll search for
We
survivors.
can find some planks that are 15 feet long, bridge the gap, and these can come with us as well.
Yes.
You're pretty smart.
It is only a 10 in intelligence. Not that smart. Average Joe.
So you're suggesting we should sleep here the night and then go look for the people in the morning?
Yep. It's kind
Yeah,
of
we've
pointless
run
to go
across
searching in
a lot
the
of-
dark.
Yeah,
not
there's a lot of
safe out there.
goblins out there.
Well,
We cannot help the people if we die ourselves.
there ain't much
The three
left
of
of
us
the
cleared-
keep.
The three of us cleared out most of the goblins around the area. The three of us.
Right then. Well, I guess we could. Zagroff just pretends he is sleeping. I guess we could all up here then. And then you guys hear a voice calling out, coming from quite a distance to the north.
Oh boy.
Keller! Keller! Keller!
What are they saying?
Keller.
Killer?
They're looking for a
Oh.
druid. Mm-hmm.
Kill
Who's Kella?
Keller? Well, Keller Darkrobe. She's one of the new residents in town. He was staying at that tavern there, helping around the trading post, I believe.
Well, who would be looking for?
Keller, are you in there? What if they're in trouble?
Kella here?
What if they don't realize the danger?
If we can hear them yelling for Kella, I'll yell back. There is no Kella here. Who is it that is asking?
There's no one here.
My name is Zolkin. I'm come here to meet Keller.
Well, you've come at an inopportune time, my friend.
Why are there no lights in the village?
Probably because everybody is either dead or gone.
What? Dead or
Where are you
gone?
even? Where are you even at? Can you not see the large rocks?
I'm outside.
Me a leaky, and I want to go to the door and open it.
It's he's outside the town.
Oh, damn!
We're coming in.
I'm yelling a long ways away.
Yeah,
Didn't
he
realize
is
that.
about 100 feet or so. Not too far, but it's coming from the west.
Okay.
Tell him to come to the front gates.
We're coming in. Is it safe?
We?
You say
Yes.
the town was under attack?
It seems so.
From whom?
Well,
Boulders from the sky.
by the size of the boulders and the tails of the guards, giants.
Are they gone?
I know
I
it's
believe
dark.
so.
You can't see in
Yes.
the sky.
We have not been
They
hit by
weren't-
any boulders for
Yes.
some time.
Can you come out to
They
meet
weren't.
us?
No.
Why not?
Because we are safe in here, and it's not safe where you are.
So you care not for your fellow man?
Mm,
I'm getting an uneasy feeling from this guy's voice. Can I
yeah.
sense
Does
any
he-
deception?
Does he sound sincere?
You can make an insight check at disadvantage. You don't have much to go off, so just a voice.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
gonna allow my.
Yeah, he seems pretty casual about like the whole
Fuck.
situation. And Sagaroth,
I
when he
will-
sees you trying to like discern, Sagaroth is like, "Oh, let me check."
They seem like they want to die. In a good
No,
way.
Wait. That does not even make sense. Anyway, maybe just I can go outside. I'm kind of hard to hit. And
Yes, but what are my feelings? What do they seem sincere to me?
They feel you think there is something off, and then
I
you
don't
hear
trust
like
them.
ah, and the galloping of horses.
Yeah, I don't trust them, Norin. There's something suspicious in their demeanor and the way they speak. I say we err on the side of caution.
well, I will trust you. For now.
Thank you. I'm not. I just move away. I just realized I moved closer to Sword. I'm moving to the other side.
Tomran. Do you know this man named Zolkan?
I don't know. I never heard of him.
Well,
This night just keeps getting stranger and stranger.
How many of them, or is there a way to peep and look outside?
Make a perception check.
Okay, I'd like to see how they fare crossing the bridge.
Well, we heard horses.
Yeah, they're like outside the town when they're calling to you, and then they're galloping. You think they're like going inside the town now. And you take a look around. You just see like a bit of torchlight. You can't discern numbers though. And there's multiple horseback riders.
I did not take
I
down
can't-
the rope.
I can't tell how many people there are, or how many of them there are. Can
I
anyone
barred
else?
the
check?
door to the keep, though.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sagaroth takes a look.
Wisdom.
I know how many there are. I see clearly. More clearly than that.
Now you just hear this.
Oh,
The chicken.
who kills an innocent chicken?
Oh. That is
They're
not
definitely
cool.
up to no.
They killed my chicken.
Alright.
Prepare yourselves.
It's been about 10 minutes now, and
Sword, prepare for battle.
you hear a voice. Are you in there? Inside the keep? The same voice.
Should we go to the keep door and? I mean, I presume that with the keep, there's like a guardhouse or something that can look out on the.
Yeah, there's some guard barracks.
Let's go out there and see. You're right.
Yeah.
How do we get
can-
out there? Just go up.
I'll move you guys out.
Oh, you gotta move.
We'll ask the guards. And they'll tell us.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
they won't actually go outside because they're cowards, but whatever.
Yeah, the guards sort of, they sort of shake their heads and, oh, we should just stay in here. It's safe in here, and they're out there, we're in here. Good, logical, right?
Sure, I guess so. You can do
Whatever you
want.
feel safe doing.
Maybe you could find something hot to make for.
Yes.
Make us dinner while you wait.
One of them
Make
like
some
this.
sandwich.
He nods. Alright, I'll get something on. Thinks you're like being
Cool.
serious.
It's bigger than I remember out here.
Jumps at the opportunity.
Where's the
Have
where's
an
the main?
excuse not to go.
Alright, the
outside.
voice is coming
main
from the
gate's
north.
Can we like get up like on the walls to kind of look over them?
Yeah, you can
Yeah, like get up on the wall.
take a look on the walls. I'll remove the dynamic line so you guys can see a bit closer, a bit better.
I keep my head real low, like barely looking over.
Alright, so the voice is coming from the north now. It was coming from the west, but now it's coming from the north. And you look over the wall and you see 7 horseback men and 1 woman standing on the ground.
7?
Ah, I
Armed?
see you there!
Hello. I wave.
Hello there!
What's up? So,
Are you alright in there?
I think that we are fine.
Are you injured?
Nope.
well, there's 1 or 2 out of the 50 or so soldiers that survived that are.
What is
They're
that
both of them are
delicious
okay.
smell?
I'll
that's
take a whiff now.
Some
What
perfume
smell?
Like
like
some
from a
nice
goblin.
meat, some nice venison stewing away.
Oh,
Wow, they're
Oh, the
actually
dinner
good.
they're preparing?
I'm surprised.
Okay.
Alright, and yeah, you see this this guy come to like the start of the bridge.
Are they all fully armed?
You,
armor?
you can't really see a lot of them over the palisade wall. I guess you can actually. I'll see if I can. If this, I can't move the lighting, but yes, they're all armed. They're all wearing leather armor. They've got swords at their sides. They're not brandishing weapons.
We're checking checking distances already.
Zolkin,
No, I'm just trying to see because I can
He
see. I have
yells
dark
to you,
vision. I can see them.
how many are you?
I think there's 40 or 50 guards that survived.
Make a deception check.
Fuck yeah.
40 or 50?
I ain't saying
Oh.
shit.
I don't think there is that many in all of Nightstone.
Are you sure?
We haven't
would you
counted
believe
everyone
20
yet.
or. Yeah, I'm not very good at counting.
I'm gonna cast guidance on Thomas just as we're waiting here.
How did you get over the bridge?
Easy. Shut up.
Walk
Shut up.
across.
And then the woman comes up to him. Keller says that the guards fled town and so did the villagers when rocks started falling down.
Who are you people? And why are you here?
Who are we?
Yes.
It's a
Who
valid question.
are we?
Are you a band of some sorts? Are they wearing uniforms?
We are the 7 Snakes! Ha! I am Zolkin! And I am Keller!
Oh shit.
And we wear red shirts.
They're doing like a Ginyu squad.
Can you force?
Is that an
Ginyu
elf?
force.
Yeah, he looks like an elf, maybe a half elf. And there's a
The 7 Snakes. I can't say that I've ever heard of you.
what? I
We
said
have
the
a
7 snakes.
That's what I thought you said.
You know,
Some-
And your purpose.
some
And your
sort of
purpose here,
wannabe-
serpents.
these 7 snakes. You can't really make out how old he is, but around his 30s or something like that. And you can't really make out a great details, like of their features and whatever from this distance. But the woman seems to be quite close to him.
So, Seven
So what-
Snakes, is that some sort of bandit group?
Well, no. We are highwaymen.
Ah,
So that's that you do know that is another word for bandit, right? It's just where you steal stuff from.
Now
You have
listen
come-
here.
to pillage.
We are here to take Nightstone. So hand it over. Leave this village, and we'll let you live.
I don't know what you've been smoking, but you need to run along and play cops and robbers somewhere.
Ha 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 ha.
Cops and
What?
robbers. What do you-
What's
cops
that?
and robbers?
You know, you pretend to be bad guys and good guys.
Ah,
All right, the guards.
Would you guys like?
The guards all like quite closely packed together. They sort of emerge, like trying to stay hidden from the side of the keep. Do something about them. They're here to take Nightstone.
We'll help
The
you defend.
guards that were down below?
Listen, friends. Keller informs me there are a few guards left in the bailey.
And?
Well, if you kill them, we'll allow you to leave the village safely. And we'll even allow you to rest one night. I don't like the sound of that idea. That's not a very good bargain at all.
counter offer. You leave, and we do not sick our flying sword on you. Huh? How does that sound?
I try not to laugh. Hard.
Are you saying you are refusing the request of these 7 snakes?
You keep saying that like it means something to me. It does not. I have no idea who you are.
Yeah, I've never heard of the 7 snitches.
Seven snitch.
Then, if you will not surrender Nightstone,
We're not holding Nightstone from you,
we will
are
take.
we?
I mean, not really. I mean, I don't think so.
We're in
We
the
can't
keep.
give him Nightstone. What about all the villagers and that?
They do have
That's
to
right,
come
we
back.
can't. You guards get out here with your bows and we'll help you fend them off instead of killing you like they want us to.
Bows? What bows?
Yes, the things with the wooden things with the string on them. Yes. Shoot arrows.
Oh, I think we got a few. And then they
really
like
have to spell it out for you.
they get some bows and then they're like trembling and they like come up and they like duck behind the wall and one of them like hands you the bow, Norin. There you go.
Oh, good.
Are these
Lord,
like the honor guard of the lady?
Well,
Who are these?
The dishonor.
You know how to use that thing?
I do. I'm not very good with it, but I know how to use it. Yes.
Oh, there's some arrows as well. Good luck.
What? Well, now wait a minute. You will help
Where are you
defend.
guys from?
We don't have all day or all night. Come out
Shut.
and we can negotiate face to face.
No.
This is.
I mean,
this,
I can
we
see
find
your face from
negotiate-
here.
What's there
It's a
to
little blurry.
negotiate? We're not agreeing to your terms. There is no negotiation here. You have threatened us. Our counteroffer is a sword to the face.
Keller tells
you
me many of the villagers left. Traveled north
Okay.
to a bat cave. Wouldn't it be unfortunate if, well, they returned to find some charming men come through and slaughtered the goblins, only to then learn that they are the very men that will slaughter them.
How
Do they
about
look
this?
like?
Because that'll be
Climb on
me
your
that
fancy-
slaughters. I'm the charming man. That's me.
Well, charming man, why don't you climb on your horse, get the horse to jump across, come up to the gate, and we can talk. Face to face, just like you want.
That whispers to the woman.
Is the woman Kella?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
How does Kella know so much?
She
She's been,
said
been
she was
living here.
working at the inn. She's been casing the place.
Oh, she's been like the inside,
Yeah.
whatever, spy or something.
It seems
Saw
that we
this
have
on a
made a
TV show.
stalemate. Very
Do
well,
these-
if you not come out, we'll just take whatever we can for ourselves. Burn the bridge.
Hold on,
we,
you don't have to do that.
Do they look like they're above our ability to take out?
You
Besides-
can take them, Than.
Shoot a firebolt at his face.
Oh shit!
Ah. Starting it off, I guess.
Okay.
Make an attack roll.
How big of a drop is it to the...
30 foot.
Fuck.
Oh shit!
What a hit.
Yeah.
Alright, he sort of squints. I think they're lowering the drawbridge. And then, like, this firebolt just hits him for 6 fire damage. Ah! And then he just yells, "Kill them! Kill them! Burn them! Kill everything!" And
Oh shit.
that's where we'll end today's session.
Oh shit!
Oh, we'll have our buddies start inside the town. That'll be good.
Yeah, you should have the other 3 party members here next week. Hopefully
Flank 'em. Flank.
to flank them.
Oh man, I've had a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah. I forgot how dangerous and living on the edge of level
No,
one.
it's
level one
funny
is so
how
dangerous.
it's funny how devastating it is when you roll initiative at level 1
Oh,
and the enemies are first. It's like,
And they've surprised you, so they're
yeah, it's the worst thing in the world.
man, I got hit once and it was it was an instant knocking me out. Man,
yeah, it's
I'm supposed to be the tank.
Alrighty, guys, very close to level 2. So,
thanks. Ed.
thank you guys very much. I'm glad you had fun. It's a pleasure as always. Hope you enjoyed the first session. Plenty more to come.
Yeah.
See you guys
Good
next
stuff.
week. Everyone have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Take care. Bye bye.
Hey, Seb, are there